I see high rollers on Sunday. Help. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Ooh, are you in for an episode today? There's an energy in the air, everybody. Yes, it's the whole thing.
Just mouth sounds. Loud
We're gonna rush through it. We're gonna rush through it. No, only one announcement. That is, Chris Trott is going to tell you once again about Men's Fate. Take it away, Chris Trott.
Please do.
Nice and quick.
Tell us.
Men's Fate.
No, but tell us.
Website.
LARP.
Now.
Men's Fate is a LARP that I'm setting up, and it's April the 4th to the 6th, so it's not long now. And on the 20th, the prices of the tickets are actually going to go up. It's going to be a late fee. So you might want to get tickets now if you are interested. Head to menisfate.com and make a character, and it's very exciting. No one has done LARP before,
Ever. You basically invented it.
It's a new thing that he's invented.
It's brand new. This LARP is new, so everyone's starting off fresh, so it's okay. It's probably the best time to try out LARP.
And hey, this one is particularly of interest to High Rolls fans because this one's going to have more of like a D&D feel, like you and your adventuring party. I've actually already seen a bunch of High Rolls folks have gone over to the Discord. They've been setting up groups. I've been seeing people getting involved in stuff. I think that if you want to give LARPing a go and you're a bit intimidated by like games that have got loads and loads of history and loads of stuff going on, this is going to be a good one for you to come in and check out. And you know, Chris Trott and a very hard-working team have worked very, very hard on it.
Super.
So you can come and check it out.
I can't take all the credit for it.
No, you can't take all the credit, but you can have some. A crumb.
A smidge.
A crummy of
Are you a crummer?
A little crummy.
I've crumb.
Any new crummers around?
You crummers? Oh, also we're here.
I haven't done that yet. I was going to do that. I'd forgotten to do the introductions. We've got everyone here. We've got Rhiannon, we've got Trott, we've got Kim, and on the other side, we've got
Spoilers.
Tom and Kim.
Sorry.
It's been a whole thing. It's been a whole thing today. But we are going to jump straight into it. There's nothing else to talk about, so we're going to run that intro and jump into today's game.
Dun dun. The other one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have travelled north of Ashen Rest to the Rust Whale Woods, searching for a proto-magi vault that they believe is connected to the disappearances in the local area. Having met with some of the local faces and hearing their stories and folklore, they head deeper into the woods in search of a creature called the Gallowack, hoping to find a young squire who is sent to investigate the disappearances who may have gone in search of this mythical beast. As they arrive at the Gallowack's lair, they try to approach cautiously, but the creature is alerted and a fierce, epic battle is begun. And that is where we find us today. We are in the middle of combat and battle.
If he missed it,
Combat and battle, yes.
he pronounces every word. It's not funny anymore.
The Gallowack. But yes, the Gallowack has just taken its turn.
Are we on a new initiative? Or?
It is not a new initiative. This is sort of like partway through. I believe this is only turn 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But turn 2. The Gallowack has taken its turn. As a reminder, that means its legendary actions and reactions have reset.
Oh, Pierce and Vinegar.
Piss and vinegar.
We currently have on the battlefield, we have a cave opening set into the mountains where the Gallowack's lair is, where Ophelia has just discovered Squire Pascal, who is not in a very good way. We have a number of rocky outcroppings behind which Gruff and Percival are currently hid behind one. Daisy is tucked away at the back near another. Rowan and a sort of mad-wrought like mountain cat, mountain lion are currently doing battle with too many mouths. I was told. I was reliably told by Chris
Shoulder
Trott.
mouths.
Yeah,
shoulder
shoulder
mouths
mouths.
was too much.
That's too many mouths.
Too many
That's your
mouths.
lion?
And
It's
then
the mouth thing. It's weird.
slightly off the map because he has to be difficult. Is Xanthias, I should say, who is slightly off the map to the south, hidden behind some tweez.
Yeah.
Beset
Beset by
tweez.
see.
And that is where our map is currently positioned. The Gallowack has inflicted a sort of stacking debuff on a few of our characters.
yeah.
Gruff is at 3 stacks of maddening whispers. Ophelia is at 2. Daisy and Xanthias both have 1 each. There seems to be some sort of increasing effect the more of these stacks you get. Gruff, you are currently, your speed is reduced by half. Ophelia, Daisy, and Xanthias all have a -2 to their attack and damage rolls.
Rowan's all good.
Rowan is all good, yeah. Yes, and I believe Xanthias had also started to strike at a crystal that has been embedded into the Gallowack's kind of chest cavity. Has done like a small hairline fracture on this crystal, but did identify it as a weak point that could be targeted with
We need to
attacks.
strike for massive damage.
Yes, potentially. But we jump back in. That was the Gallowack's turn, so it is in fact Daisy who is up first.
Can we roll for fate?
Oh yes, we will reset the fate pool as well.
The fate's
Well done.
Oh, shit.
It is reset.
I'm so glad that we have fate entirely on our side today. Right, Kim?
Yeah.
Right, Trot?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, Ree?
Well, let's start with Rhiannon.
1.
Oh, that's a dice for me. How lovely. Chris Trott.
1.
A dice for me. How lovely.
2.
A dice for me. How joyous.
4.
A 4. Oh, a dice for you. And another 1. A dice for me. Oh,
Join us in the pit.
Mark, please.
hey, a dice for you. Aren't I nice?
A
4
pity
fate for
dice.
Mark.
Pity
2
dice.
for us.
Now, as a reminder, this is, as you have become very quickly aware, this is a creature with legendary actions, which means I need to spend fate to activate certain of its abilities. But you have your fate for things like saving throws. May also be other uses for fate in this battle. There may also be other mechanics that interact with fate. So something to
Make me silly.
keep aware of.
we
But yes,
roll for that?
we have what to figure out what things can be done. I always say as a bonus action, if there's a question about anything in the game, if you want to figure out what's going on with this creature, what its moves do, what the crystal does, always a bonus action on your turn to try and do something like that. In terms of initiative, by the way, it is Daisy, then it will be followed by Rowan, and then the Mad Wrought Beast, and then Gruff, then Percival. So just to keep aware, Rowan, you're going to be up next after Daisy.
Where was the second beast again?
It is right next to Rowan over here. Yeah.
Rowan's gone.
Yeah.
The first one's gone, isn't it?
The first one is dead. Yes,
Ophelia
it was
killed
killed.
it.
Yes.
So I have advantage on the thing because I did an attack with my psychic blades.
That's right. You have the
Therefore,
Vex
I have
weapon
the Vex.
property. And your next attack, you get advantage on the attack roll.
So I'm gonna peek out, and I am in range because I just checked.
Okay.
And
You will need to get line of sight, so you
Yeah,
will need to
so
move
I'm gonna
to
peek out.
about here, I would say.
And then
Yeah.
fire a blade. Can I aim for the thing in the chest?
You can do. So this thing is flying about 15 feet off the ground, so there's no cover or anything. You can aim for the little crystal as well.
I will try that.
Okay. Let's see what happens. With advantage. Would you like to spend fate?
I already rolled. I got the same roll twice. That's fun.
20?
No.
Oh.
18.
18.
Maybe not enough.
18 will not hit the weak point. Instead, the radiant blade impacts in its chest next to it. You still
okay.
hit the creature.
As long as I still hit it.
You still hit the creature.
So is it like a tiered AC?
Precision.
So if you don't reach the weak point's AC, but you still beat the creature's AC, you hit the creature as normal. If you hit the weak point's AC, you strike the weak point.
Okay. And I can do.
I love you.
I know you do. I love me too.
I can do another blade attack as my bonus. As
Yes.
because of that.
Yes.
And I
as
did
your
just
bonus
hit
action.
it, so I have advantage.
Well, do your damage first.
Well, I was gonna maybe do my sneak attack on my next hit. Is that?
Oh, I see. You can choose. Yes, you can choose to elect not to do your sneak attack damage if you think you will hit. Now, the only thing I'm going to remind you is that this creature does not have an ally within 5 feet of it.
But I have advantage.
You did on. Yes, you did. So yeah, you would still get it on that attack. Yes.
On the bonus action attack as well?
Well, because Vex, she's hit
wow,
with
okay.
Vex
Oh
in
my
the
God.
first attack.
Yeah, Vex is great.
Vex is very strong, with rogues especially.
That's great.
Okay.
So you can elect
That's
not to do your
great.
sneak attack damage.
Thanks. That's
Okay.
what I was going for.
I'll do my.
It's a nice risk of gamble because even with advantage, you can still roll like a 1 and a 2, right? And you might
Yeah.
miss on that next attack. So do you do damage to the creature now, or do you go for the weak point and try and do more damage to the weak point?
Massive damage.
9 damage.
9 points of damage to the Gallowack.
And then I'll try and hit it again.
Okay. Still
Should
not
I add
bloodied.
fate?
Sorry?
Should I add fate or no?
No, come on, advantage. Average roll on
You can add
advantage
fate
is plus
after
11.
5, can't you?
I did change that. You guys can.
Oh my god, I rolled a 19. So that'll.
19 plus 7.
Is a 26, which is a hit against the crystal.
Woo! It paid off!
God King!
According to the old people that Gruff was at the table with, playing Timber,
Yeah.
it's a star.
Yeah.
According to that
It's an
story.
actual full-blown planet in there.
Did you just read me as I wrote? Read this. I wrote that in my notebook.
No?
Okay.
No, we were actually
Mine
listening.
is
I thought it came from.
He
Osa.
does make notes now.
I thought it came from Osa.
Yeah, I think it was Ocean.
Yeah.
from the Gam-
No, it was from the old guys. I
from
think.
the older folk. Gruff joins the table.
I was too busy laughing at commas. I don't remember
17
anything that happened there.
damage.
7 to the crystal,
Yes.
and it is radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
So you would see that the radiant damage is not quite as effective against the crystal. So 17 would go to 16, so 8
it.
radiant.
Damn it.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah, the-
effective, it's not halved if it's against him. Like
No, the
rest-
creature took radiant damage normally, but this crystal, as the radiant energy
Right,
hits
okay.
it,
Noted, I'm not going to hit that.
I
again.
would say that Daisy and Rowan being the closest to this, you would notice that as the radiant energy hits the crystal, it almost acts like a bit of a prism and it splits the energy, like almost like the radiant energy is light, and it kind of weakens it by sort of breaking it apart, and it doesn't
Okay.
seem to have the full impact.
Okay, I won't do that again. Then.
Well, there is a slim chance, because when I scanned it with my Detect Magic, it had like every school of magic in there.
Does,
So
yes.
there's a chance that everything it's resistant to everything.
Yeah, but the rest of it's not resistant to, to
True.
my radiant, so I will just hit the rest of its bod.
Yeah.
You can
And
do
not
as
the
you
weak point.
wish.
I will then tuck back behind the rock.
Okay.
Please, and I'm done.
Yep. Yeah, no hide action because you used your bonus action, but you can still get full cover. You're out of sight,
And
basically.
you've still got Vex.
Alrighty. After Daisy's turn, I am going to do a little legendary action.
Oh, I don't know about.
I'm going to spend 1 fate point, and it's going to use reposition. It sort of hops over. It will land on the ground though now.
in front of me.
What's that?
Huh?
It's going to reposition itself here. It does not provoke any opportunity attacks from this, as it kind of does this agile eel slithering maneuver. Its wings kind of
It was
float
15
out.
feet up anyway.
It was kind of very Boreal of the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, kind of like
I
very
love you.
fluid movement. And I'm going to say Gruffeth. It is going to make a tail attack against you. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh, unfortunate. Does not do as much damage. I do need a strength saving throw from you, but you have your armor up, don't you?
Yeah.
You have
So
advantage because this is a pushback, so you have advantage on the saving throw.
16.
16 is a success. You still take 13 bludgeoning damage, unfortunately.
Or you? Oh no.
You don't want to know. Don't worry about it.
But you are not sent flying as the tail whip cracks into you, sends you stumbling, but your roots and your greaves kind of dig in and keep you in place. That was its legendary action. At the end of Daisy's turn, we go to Rowan.
Rowan is going to whip out his sword, facing down this beast in front of him, and True Strike.
Okay. Yeah, the new True Strike.
Yes.
Yes.
So for this is the 2024 version of True Strike. So I believe it's now you make an attack roll using your spellcasting mod. So it would be Rowan's charisma instead. And if you hit, you do a little bit of extra damage, and it counts as radiant or normal damage.
That's right. True Strike's a thing now.
It's actually useful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spellcasting ability is not spell attack bonus, is it?
It would basically be the same thing as your spell attack bonus, yeah, for the attack roll. So it would use yours, because you're still proficient with the sword.
Natural 20.
Love that.
Love that for me.
Because
Love that for you.
your 5th level, so you actually add damage to the attack
It's a
now, I think, as
D6,
well. An extra D6. So it would be it's the normal weapon, so is it?
Oh, it's the weapon as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's like, it's you make an attack with the weapon.
Imbuing.
So well, you can't two-hand it because you were playing
I'll do a
Sostenuto.
D8 then.
Yeah.
D8.
You're sort of holding a note with one hand.
Well,
and
that's maxed, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a D8 plus 6, so it's 8, 6, 14, plus another D8 plus another D6 plus your charisma mod.
Holy shit.
I mean, cantrips, when they hit, they hit.
Well, yeah.
12.
With your charisma mod? Mm-hmm. Okay, 12 points of damage to the...
I had the +1
Plus
for my
the-
longsword as well.
What was your base attack?
plus the crit as well.
No, because it's the
Facing
D8
it, yeah.
plus it uses your charisma mod instead of the +1. So that's why I'm saying add your
Yeah,
charisma
yeah,
mod.
yeah.
So it's a D8 plus it's a D8, so 8 plus the 6,
I've done it
14,
quite right.
plus a D8 plus another D6 plus the charisma mod.
12.
12. Okay.
So 12 plus.
That what the
What
original
you said.
maxed, yeah.
So
Oh,
26.
12 plus the max.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were saying 12 was
No,
the total.
12
No, I
plus
rolled
14.
my.
You got to do it. Yeah. Okay.
D6
So
again,
26.
+3. Yeah.
Right. Add it up for me. You tell me 12, I'm going to think you mean 12 is the full damage. You plunge the blade, sort of guided by your song, as like you're holding a note on your lute in one hand, pulling the sword free.
Concentrating, yeah.
You plunge the sword into this creature, and the blade sinks into its body deep, and this thing, shudders and convulses, so close to death, but not quite there just yet. But nearly took it out in one hit.
Wait, is that the thing next to
The
it?
mad
Yeah.
wrought beast.
Okay.
Yes.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
I would like to investigate what I can use fate for in a way. Understand the mechanics.
Is there anything in particular, or just you want to know of an option you can use?
I'm looking at the chest itself and how Daisy's radiant ability.
Right, that would be a different thing. So, but yeah, you can make this would be a Arcana or Insight, I would say,
Insight.
or Perception. Yeah, no, Arcana or Perception, I would say actually.
18, yes.
18. On which one? Arcana or Perception?
That was on perception.
On Perception. So you would notice, Rowan, that as this creature, it's almost like looking to fire that invisible beam of force from its eyes again. You would pick up on a few things. The eyes of this creature, these huge bulbous, almost like anglerfish, enormous eyes, they are pulsing with prismatic color within themselves as well that matches the crystal. So there's kind of red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange kind of light in their eyes, and that's matching the colors in the crystal. So you think that whatever this psychic attack it's doing is probably somehow connected to this crystal. The same with some of the emanations coming from this creature. You're kind of canceling out this ear-piercing shrill shriek that it's doing, which is helping you and your friends. There is an almost a sort of iridescence to the air that matches those colors as well, and it matches the crystal. You think if the crystal is destroyed, it will stop it being able to use those abilities. However, there is maybe something about this crystal that if you were to kill the creature, you would be able to salvage the crystal as a whole. And so that might be of value, or it might have some purpose that you don't know of. So
Why?
I will communicate to the party.
what
We
do you
should
say?
get that crystal out of this creature and try and not smash it to bits.
Okay.
You say that in.
Telepathically.
Yeah, we've got the Nim connection, so I
guess
say that.
Craft's the only one that doesn't hear
Yeah,
that.
I do not hear that.
Yeah, and you'll have
Unless
to sign
you look over at me.
I'm a bit.
If you look over at me, I will sign it to you. If not, you don't know.
I'm behind a rock. I can't see. I don't
You
have
don't
line of sight on you.
I would say yeah right now, maybe,
I'm
but
also
we'll see.
busy.
I feel like if I was to even shout, it probably wouldn't probably
Right now,
hear
you
it.
are all so it is like letting out this like horrid, like its mouth is agape, and it like anybody who wasn't deafened, you'd be able to hear it. You're counteracting it with this like magical enhanced note that you're creating. Right now, it's like there is just this kind of dull tone that's cancelling everything out. Like, none of you can hear anything. It's like all, and the others have got like wax stuffed in their ears or corks in their ears. Like it is completely, Ophelia literally has 2 massive corks.
That's in the brain now. That's in the brain.
They got in.
Oh, shit.
Rowan, great turn. Anything else? Any movement or anything you would like to do?
No, I'm gonna keep engaged with this bear.
All right, this the mad wrought beast is going to attack you in a mad flurry. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexy Wexy. Uh-oh. 7.
That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage, and you have a minus D4 to attacks, ability checks, and saving throws until the end of your next turn. As this thing is like. You can feel like pressure on your mind as this thing is like its mouths are like screaming at you. You can't hear it, but you can almost feel this like psychic pressure as it's like slashing at you with claws and teeth and mouths.
Too many mouths.
Too many mouths. It is not
Concentration as well.
Yes, please. Yeah. Concentration is Constitution saving throw.
18.
Is enough. Fine. After the beast, it is Gruffith. And then it will be Percival.
Gruff looks bad. He looks real bad. He's bleeding a lot. Mainly from his nose and his ear, probably because there's a lot of psychic damage. Tired, grizzled. Kind of wondering if he should go home.
Classic Kim character.
Yep. Well, just for Gruff. Nova, love this. But yeah, he's gonna bang his stuff on the ground, and big magic is gonna come out as I cast Cure Wounds at level 4.
Oh, big magic, people.
What's
Big
that?
magic.
2, 4, 6, 8 D8.
She's got it all.
Yeah.
You have been hoarding these.
Cramming
Ordered our
that.
D8s.
So, at the moment, I've rolled 8 d8s, and I've kind of only really got 8, 5, 6, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. I have an ability from Battle Medic, which means I can re-roll this, but I have to take the second roll.
Okay.
Math boy.
Chances
I
are.
would. Yeah.
would.
1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, that's not a good roll.
2, 2, 1.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, roll it. So just check it. There's no like action react. It's just like a. It just.
So I
says-
believe that anytime you restore hit points,
Yeah,
you
just
get to
says-
re-roll it.
Use a charge or.
I take no
No
responsibility.
charges,
if it's
no.
terrible.
Part of the feat.
Great.
A long
Okay.
rest,
It's
or-
the feat healer. It makes you better at healing. It's just whenever you, because it relies on you casting
you
like a
dropped
spell
one.
slot. You did drop one.
It went. It's fine. I've rolled.
That is much better.
I got 8,
Nice.
Go.
8,
16.
7,
Fucking 23.
6,
29.
5,
Fuck off. 34.
3, 37,
37.
2,
39.
1,
30. 40.
plus 4.
44.
44
Wow.
points.
44 hit points.
Healing.
Love
Much
that.
better.
Huge heal.
Yeah.
Are you at max now?
Wait, how far down were you?
3.
Out of?
59. Plus a bunch of temps. He also burnt through my temps as well.
Gruff's been hit by like that
I got
psychic beam.
everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got everything.
Yep.
everything.
Everything. And that also gives me temporary hit points of. Fuck, how much is it? 4. 4. No, 6. 6.
Like a
6.
spell level plus.
Because-
For Armor of Oakenthorn.
Yeah.
Yep, you're leveled up, so it's 6 now, I believe.
6, not 60. So I had 3 stacks of maddening whispers. Did the healing do anything?
No.
Oh, cool. I'm still mad.
Do you feel like it's like the whispers in your mind are so loud, like it's hard to concentrate, and you feel this almost weight on your body? And yeah, the magical healing heals your wounds, restores your like vitality and your energy, but that madness doesn't go away.
Okay. Bonus action. I would like to cast Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, alrighty.
And I've only got half speed. Percy. How bad does Percy look? I mean, he's a skeleton, so.
Yeah. I would also say you are still currently within the creature's reach as well. It has reach, so as a 15-foot reach.
I will stay where I am.
Okay.
Same page.
Percy can't be healed, can he? Can he?
It's like
Not
divinity,
trying
you
to.
throw
Not
poison
trying
at
I am going to spend a fate and legendary action.
No, you're not.
Ophelia, this time the tail comes around, is going to whack you for a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Can I get a strength saving throw from you, please?
If you're raging, advantage.
Yeah.
True. 17.
17 is a success, and it would be 10 bludgeoning, half to 5 because you're raging.
Nice.
Bludge.
The bludge.
And then it would be Percival's go.
Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna have Percy. I've got something in mind that I want Ophelia to do
Okay.
on her turn, but I don't know whether it's best if Percy backs her up or if he hides and doesn't get killed. So I
Is
think
Percy still in reach of the thing?
He is.
Or is he
Yes,
winning?
he is because he fits
Oh, he's
15
in
foot
reach.
reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Gruff
can't.
is 10 feet.
He could disengage.
He could disengage as an action and then move away.
Yeah, I'll have him do that for now.
Okay.
Keep the boy safe.
Yep.
But he was about to get in that 20.
Where would you like to
again.
move him?
Back behind those that stack of rocks. Yeah.
20, 25, 30 he can get.
Plenty
Thank
far
you.
enough.
Okay.
We are so spread out. This is the most tactical we've ever been.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to spend another spend another legendary action.
We
to
are stacked up on
reposition.
fate now, though. Oh, Daisy.
Reposition over here.
Maybe Ophelia?
Makes a tail attack against you as he moves past Daisy. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Just.
Oh, very close. Can I get a strength saving throw from you, please?
Oh, that'll go well.
Can you get pushed? You're against a wall. You kind of can, yeah.
Total?
0.
Okay. Well, you take 9 bludgeoning damage, and then you are knocked 15 feet away from this thing. So I'm going to move you 5, 10, 15, knock you prone here. So it kind of like whips you across, and you go scattering across the open field
I'd quite
as
like
it
to be further away
slams.
from it, so that's okay.
Push you out of its range.
Does it?
Does,
yeah, that's fine with me.
yeah.
I'm fine with
Knocks you
that.
back. This creature, there's tactics, but it's very erratic.
Yeah.
This is not a clever thinking creature. It's almost acting like a cornered animal, just sort of lashing out or whatever it can. But that was at the end of Percy's go. It was its last legendary action. So we go to the top of a brand new round with Xanthius.
Hey,
Turn
what
3.
up? I have a stack of maddening. What?
Gruff, I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me. Rowan, I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me because you started its turn within an order of it.
Yeah.
4.
What is the range?
I'm afraid, Gruff, that is another maddening
I
wisp.
get a minus D4 to this as well.
Well, no, that would have happened after this. So
Very well. That's a sick 10. No, 13.
13. I'm afraid that's a stack of maddening whispers to rain. Rowan, you now have the -2 to attack damage rolls. Gruff, along with your speed being reduced by half and a -2 to attack and damage rolls, you are now vulnerable to psychic damage, which means you take double psychic damage.
How do we get rid of this?
That's a great question.
Yeah, we need to figure this out.
Xanthius. Sorry, my apologies. Xanthius, you are not in range of this effect, so you do not need to make a Christmas saving.
I'm off the map as well.
You are.
I think I will just go home.
You can just flee.
I
No
could.
star for you.
Got my own. Yeah. I'm
So
trying to
Ophelia,
figure
you'll be
out.
up next.
I'm trying to figure out a way to remove this. I could use a bony action to figure it out, but then I
Yes.
don't know if there's anything I personally would be able to do about it.
You don't know until you find out.
However, I'm going to do something different with my bony action. I think the single stack of maddening whispers, it's not like a loud sort of roar in my head or anything like that. But I think there is another voice almost arguing against this thing, shouting against it, that is infusing my body with a magic that is fresh to me, as I am going to use my bonus action to unleash the simmering magic within me and go for innate sorcery. Mage Rage.
Yeah. It's a new thing for 2024 Sorcerer. So you watch, and I imagine this is almost seeing. I mean, actually, no, Tom, you describe it. Like, I mean, I know how I see it, but what does this look like visually?
None of
There
us
would be
can
some sort of
see you.
visual effect.
Yeah, no one
for the
can-
audience.
No one can see me, but I mean, it's like a there's the crown steel element inside Xanthius, I think, is almost taking like a firmer hold than it reasonably should do.
Well, keep in mind, this is your innate sorcery. This is not from the crown steel.
Well, that's true.
This
yeah.
is from you.
Well, in that case, I think that is empowering the magic even further and almost like breaking down a barrier that didn't exist before, and almost like a second layer of runes start to coat his arms and start shifting and swirling all over his body, much faster than it was before, much larger, much more, much brighter than a candle at least. Not mechanically, it's not brighter.
Not sure about that candle.
But the way innate sorcery works is as a bonus action, for a full minute, I gain the following benefits. My spell save DC of my spells increase by 1, and I have advantage on attack rolls.
It's true.
Oh shit!
Of any sorcerer spells I cast. Oh, it does specify sorcerer spells.
Means that if you were multi-classed, you wouldn't get it on your.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that doesn't matter too much for me. But I am awakened. I'm alive. I have.
He's entered Super Saiyan mode.
I have Team Fortress 2 Uber eyes. My hair's gone yellow. It's up in the sky.
Yeah.
My shirt rips off because, of course, it does.
This is one of the rare opportunities it doesn't actually.
It doesn't actually.
No, but it does flap.
Yeah.
Like an invisible wind.
There's a wind.
He goes through
Strange amount of
shirts.
shirt opening.
Yeah. But
For someone the only person who needs to keep it on, he loses his shirt.
There's just an active level of like prestidigitation around me, so there's just a constant like I look amazing
Wind,
right now.
yeah.
And I want to come around this tree.
You fool, Gallowack. He has become the legendary Dragonborn warrior.
And I am going to, because knowing that if I roll super high on the AC but I don't aim for the star now,
If you don't aim for it, you hit the creature.
I would like to go once again with a actually no, fuck it, I'm going to use a fireball.
Okay. You're just going to fireball this guy.
I'm just going to fireball the guy.
Okay, I love it.
Classic action.
It's a classic go.
It might hit the star, but
Sure.
That's the size of the room.
So that's my question. Where are you aiming this fireball?
Please don't fucking hit us.
I'm going to use my other feature because I now have the careful
Careful spell.
meta magic.
So it's a sorcerer point spell where
Stop
you
it
can.
hitting us.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
make.
Oh, that's amazing.
When you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, I spend 1 sorcery point to.
So before you do that,
will succeed.
You don't need to do that. The way that area effect spells and weak points work is if you specifically, like, say, target the Gallowack's wings or its head or something like that, it won't affect the weak point. So I'll just make the save for the creature.
Okay.
If you were to fireball, like, I want to get the creature and the crystal in it, the way it works is I make a save for the creature. On a failed save, so it takes full damage, the weak point takes half damage. If I succeed on the save, the creature takes half damage, the weak point takes no damage. To represent the creature, like, protecting these weak points, even when it's, like, taking damage from other things, right?
Oh, cool.
So, but it's up to you. You can be like, no, I want to hit, like, the wings and the head and keep, the fireball out of that range. So you don't need to spend the sorcery point.
I don't need to spend it. I don't want to hit the star.
Okay, great. So I make a dex saving throw. What's the DC now, Tom?
Well, the DC was 14, and
15.
I believe it's now 15. D&D Beyond has a thing where it can almost like switch my entire sheet over.
Well, that is a 9.
Wow.
Is it now?
It's a failure. It takes full damage from the fireball.
Is it now? 8d6, please. Toss them over.
Do you not have a funny dice for 8d6?
I have a 2d6.
Oh.
I could use that 4 times.
Or you could just use these dice that everyone's
A
given you.
funny dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. TY, mon ami.
You got 2 of mine.
He's got 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam. Okay. So that is 2, 4, 9, 11, 15, 21, 23, 25 of pure fire
25
damage.
fire damage.
And any flammable objects in the area are fully ablaze right now.
You watch, and fireball's like 90-foot range, right? Or like 100-foot range. Or something like that. Yeah, great.
50.
So from behind this tree, you will see this like glowing radiant power as a streaking comet of orange energy flies through the air and explodes, catching the Gallowack's wings. The thin membrane of its wings pops and boils, and like holes appear in it. Its head kind of gets caught. You can see that its like scale, almost feathery neck is like singed and burnt. The creature is now bloodied. When it becomes bloodied, you hear it lets out another one of these horrific shrieks. But Rowan, this one is at this one is at a different resonance, but there is also a sort of there is a magical force to this screech, which just stretches out for 200 feet around this creature. Those of you who are currently with ear defenders or something like that in it, the material itself breaks down. So the corks disintegrate, the wax melts, anything that you had protecting your ears is almost atomically pulled apart. I also need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Attack
Constitution.
damage.
Minus D4 to abilities and saves, though.
So this will come in for this one.
And I have -2 to.
Not to saving throws, no. No, it's attacking damage rolls for you.
Oh.
Yeah, -2 to attacking damage rolls. It's only Rowan who had that minus D4
Okay.
thing.
What was the save? Sorry.
Constitution. Daisy?
18.
18 success.
17.
Success.
Hell yeah.
Dirty 20.
Success.
2.
Fail. 22 success. Can I get a Percival for a Percival as well, please?
yeah.
Rowan, you're about to get atomically ripped apart.
As first.
5.
I'm afraid Percival and Rowan fail. Those of you who succeeded, like I said, you lose any sort of protection. You also feel this force vibrate through you. You resist some of it, but you do still take 5 points of thunder damage. Those of you who failed take 10 points of thunder damage and are knocked prone as you are sort of knocked back by this shockwave of force.
And use a stone's endurance again.
Okay, you are still knocked prone. Does Percival go down to 0 hit points? Ophelia.
Was it 10?
10.
No.
Okay, he's still up, but he does get knocked down. Okay,
I've reduced all the damage.
great.
Ooh, nice.
In fact, I'll say if you reduce all the damage, you don't get knocked prone.
Nice.
Oh.
If you had taken some, I would have
it
still
out.
knocked you. But I think, you basically use your your connection with stone and earth, and you manage to hold
I
on.
will do a concentration check, though.
Okay, yes, please. DC 10.
It's gone.
So maybe it's you lose hold of Sostenuto for a moment, and you have to
Didn't have
drop
it
and
anyway
pick it
to
up.
change the note, so.
But that note is it reverberates out and then stops, and you can see the creature is limping. Kind of its wings are struggling to keep it up in the air. It does land. It's no longer flying, and it's all. And it's whipping its head around. It looks quite scared and weakened, but still enraged. That was Xanthias' turn.
That's me.
Anything else? Any movement?
Nice fireball, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to nudge to that tree just ahead of me. I'm still hiding behind a tree, of course, but I may as well be on the map.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
A generous
30, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's rendered.
Alrighty. Is that it?
That's me. That's all I wrote.
Ophelia.
May I please use a Devil's Bargain?
Oh. Well, there's a lovely stack of fate here to be spent.
I was thinking, could Ophelia sprint across the map up onto that craggy ledge in front of the Gallowack
Yes.
and launch herself with Veracity towards the Gallowack and use Veracity to gouge the crystal out of the Gallowack's chest?
Well, let's see how about you can do on movement, because it would be. So you can
50
go
is
50
my-
feet normal movement.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Gets you right up to this rock here. Then you could action dash. And then you want to basically jump onto this creature,
Use
right?
my spider's climb to kind of get purchase onto the creature.
I am going to say Spider's Climb will not stick you to a creature.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it will stick you to a surface, but you can jump on it and physically try and latch on and plunge the veracity into there. I would say we'll call this a fate point. You can do this, and then your bonus action that turn would be to try and prize this thing out.
Yeah.
It is going to be a very high DC.
Yeah.
until maybe it takes more damage. You can see the area around its chest has been weakened by the radiant damage and the damage from Xanthias before. The more damage it takes, the easier this will be.
Cool.
All right?
Yep.
But for now, it's still it's not too badly damaged, so it's going to be a pretty high DC. But this is going to be the full turn, by the way. Like, this is action, move, bonus action, the whole thing. Love it. And you will also still be holding on to this creature.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
So just an attack roll?
Let's call this an athletics check to like physically pry this thing out.
Nice.
So you have advantage because you're raging.
Nice. Athletics. 17.
Total.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that is not quite enough.
Fair enough.
Close, but not sure. But you are holding on and you're like trying to pry this thing out. But you can see that this is not haphazardly put into this creature. Like, you can see evidence of medical scars. You can also see like warped flesh where like the flesh almost looks like it's been melded. Ooh. And like looking into this thing, like this thing has weird organs inside. This thing it almost looks like it's not just one creature. Maybe it's many creatures kind of melded together. And you're trying to wedge this thing out, and the creature's like kind of reacting in tremendous pain as you try and yank this thing out.
Nice.
But yeah, you can tell that this is about, a large, sort of diamond-shaped crystal embedded into its chest. Fantastic. Anything else on your turn?
That is my full turn. Thank you.
All right, the Gallowack's turn.
Uh-oh.
Wacky Gallo.
I think the thing is sensing Ophelia on it, trying to prise this thing out. This thing is just going to rend you twice. It's just going to try and rake you with its claws.
Hell yeah.
That is going to be a 22 to hit on the first one. I'm just going to roll both attacks to see if it hits you. That is only going to be a 16 on the second.
Just hits.
Ooh, this is pretty bad, but you do have rage, so let's do these separately. That is going to be a 16 slashing damage on the first, so half to 8.
Yep.
And then, not too bad, 15 on the second one, so half to 7.
Nice.
So would have been pretty bad without that rage, but as it just tries to tear you away from it, but you are just holding on, gripped onto its weirdly singed, craggy, feathery type skin. It's very gross and horrible.
Hell yeah.
As you try and do so. And that's going to be, it does refresh its reaction and bonus actions now. We go to, after Ophelia, it is Daisy.
Hello.
Daisy, you do start within range of this thing, so it's a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Natural 20.
You pass. Resist, perhaps Nim there helping you out, resist these whispers.
I'm going to stand up.
Yep.
I'm going to try and send a radiant blade towards it. With
To the
advantage.
creature or at the crystal?
creature.
Okay.
Because it's not as effective for damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
You do have an ally within 5 feet.
And a 17, so.
Okay, 17's going to hit, and you do have an ally within 5 feet. As Ophelia is literally hanging on to it, like, get out.
23 radiant damage.
23 radiant damage. You see that the radiant energy of this thing strikes into the creature's now wounded flesh. As the singe burns down its chest.
I was going to try again, but I'm actually going to use...
You've got about 15 feet of movement left.
To get behind the rock that Percival's behind.
This one? So, 5, 10, you can get to about here with 15 feet.
I'm going to... Am I tucked behind yet? No, he can still see me.
He can still see you, but you could use your bonus action to try and hide because you do have some concealment from it. Or you can dash and get round to Percival.
I will dash.
You will have complete cover, like if you move
I'm gonna
here.
dash.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just going to play it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm good.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, I'm going to spend my 2 fate points.
Oh, well, this is the theme thing, I think.
It is going to use its Vision of Torment, which is, I'm going to say... because it's currently looking at Gruff. You're sort of in front of it, Ophelia. I am going to include you in this attack, because I think what it's going to do is almost like bend its neck backwards and then with a kind of lancing beam strike you and then head towards Gruff, basically.
Oh, Gruff.
So Gruff and Ophelia, and I'm also going to say, Ophelia, unfortunately, you're going to have disadvantage on this because you are clinging onto it.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throws from you both, please.
Those are really nice dice.
What are we looking at?
7.
It's a failure for Ophelia.
11.
That's a failure for Gruff, I'm afraid.
This is psychic, a chance.
It is psychic
Oh shit, so
damage.
that's gonna take trouble.
Sorry, Kim. That is 20 points of psychic damage, so 40 psychic damage to Gruff.
A big heal.
And Gruff,
Thank
that
God
also
you did
will
it.
put you to 5 stacks of Maddening Whisper. Ophelia, you will go to 3. Your movement is now halved,
I'm down.
and you're down.
What?
She was taking a beating. She took those
Yeah,
2 big
she-
claws
she
over
Those
here.
claws did some
already.
big damage.
So I'm actually going to say you fall off of it,
Yep.
landing prone at its feet. Gruff, with 5 stacks, you are now dazed. You can take an action, a move, or a bonus action, and you can't take reactions. Your mind is getting so overwhelmed, and with your staff, you're starting to. You don't even realize you're doing this. You're carving symbols in the ground.
Oh my god.
You're like just carving them over and over and over again. And you're just like, it's so loud, you can't concentrate, you can barely see, like your vision's getting all dark and like.
Am I starting?
Can
Am
I
I?
see that happen from where I am?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can
Rowan,
I just
you.
in the mental thing say, Gruff needs help. It's affecting him too much.
Yeah, Rowan is looking at Gruff.
Yeah.
Worriedly.
Because I won't be able to do anything about it.
Is Gruff like starting to almost like repeat the whispers? Like he's
He's muttering like Pascal, but it's like starting. He's like, and like you're like trying to snap yourself out of it, but you almost can't help it. That was at the end of Ophelia's turn. Oh, sorry, at the end of Daisy's turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it would go to Rowan's.
Rowan is going to throw a healing word, level 4,
2
to the bear. No,
to Gruff.
the other bear.
Okay.
Gruffeth. The tigre. 8d4.
Level 4 healing word. Big heals.
Yeah.
Healing works now.
Yeah. Healing strong.
Healing strong. Means monster also strong.
One more. Many thanks. Oh, this hurts.
Don't want to step on that.
A good roll, I guess.
go either way.
19.
19.
19 HP to Gruff. That was your bonus action.
That was my boner action. And now I'm going to. How bloody does this bug?
This thing is so close to death. Like, it is limping, it's bleeding from the terrible chest wound that you've delivered it. You know, it's barely standing. It's a mountain
It's not a
lion.
bear.
I'm going to true strike it again if I'm allowed
Day
to do
ruined.
Yeah. Yes, because you've cast 1 spell slot spell. This is a rule that I had to check up on. They've changed the wording of it now, so
You can double cast a spell with a cantrip, right?
yes, but you can't cast 2 spell slot spells in
Yeah.
turn. So that means if you get an extra action from like the old fighter used to action surge cast another spell, can't do that anymore.
Right.
It's the same turn.
God one's mine.
But you could cast the spell as a reaction because it's not on your turn.
True strike. Minus d4, minus 2. Can I fake this?
You can.
Was
I
the
forgot
D-
about my minus
was
2,
the
but it still
minus-
would have hit.
It still would have hit.
Was the minus D4 on the next one, or is it on?
It's at the end of his turn. It goes away. It has a minus D4 and attack rolls, ability checks, and throws until the end of his next turn.
Ah, that's my d6s.
What do you need? 2d6?
Nah, just the one.
I'll get you.
Why 2d6?
No, just one.
Oh, what do you mean?
That was me who said that.
Oh,
True
minus,
strike.
minus 2 and minus a D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
D4.
Yep.
It's a D6 for True Strike to see if I hit. I'm just doing that.
No, you don't add a d6 to the attack roll. It's an extra d6 on the damage roll with True Strike.
Yeah, I'm just rolling ahead of time.
Okay, sure you are.
Oh, I fated. It's a fate.
It's a fate.
That's a fate.
That's a fate.
11.
It's been a long day, guys.
11.
Plus your spell attack modifier
16.
is a hit. You will do a minimum of enough damage because you had your charisma mod plus the extra d6.
Nice.
Oh, good.
This thing,
So weak.
it was so weak. It was on like 3 hit points.
No, I mean the swing was weak.
Oh, yeah.
So I was kind of like shook by seeing Gruff carving things in the floor and muttering to himself that I can't hear from here.
Yeah, you impale this creature. It kind of. Unfortunately, I hate to remind you this, but when it dies,
Blows me.
Got about this.
2d8 psychic damage and a stack of maddening whispers.
I can't.
Did you just roll max damage again?
Oh,
I
God.
don't think I can stone form because I've already used it.
You've used it
This
twice
round.
now.
You've used it twice. It's 16 psychic damage.
Oh my god. Are we suddenly in
Strong,
real danger?
healthy.
We're in Danger Town.
Rowan coughs up some blood.
Yeah, this thing like lets out a wave of psychic energy as it dies, and yeah, I rolled max
It's
on
like
2d8.
blood from his nose,
God. Okay. We're a bit fucked now.
his ass. You can't see it yet, but
You've pulled it back from worse. You've got plenty of fate. All right, that is your action and bonus action, Rowan. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm going to move to Gruff's Rock.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Trying to block line of sight to big lad.
Yeah, you can get right next to Gruff.
Gruff, you okay?
You can still like talk and things like that. You're just like, I'm saying, but if you want to, you're not fully taken over by this.
I'm in the fully taken over town zone.
After
Welsh muttering in the center.
Welsh, muttering, and Cornish.
Oh yeah.
it is, but
He's gonna do something.
He's
Go
going to do a
chomp me.
thing. So much
I
choice.
actually can't. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, what a shame. Oh, cry.
So after Rowan, the beast would have gone. It's now dead. It is Gruff.
Hello.
Hello.
I think so. I can only do an action.
You can do an action, a move, or a bonus action. You can't take reactions. You are dazed. Which is like my not shit stun.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody likes being stunned.
No.
At least with this, you can do a thing.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Another big heal.
I think, yeah. I was gonna try and Devil's Bug and figure out what the maddening whispers were.
Would just be a bonus action.
But seeing Gruffith, not Gruffith, I am Gruffith, seeing Rowan come towards me, but heavily bleeding from the nose and the
Sure,
ears and
yes.
everything. I mean, I can't get to Ophelia.
No, yeah, because you've only got cure wounds. Right? So
And I can't move. I'm down to everything. So I think, yeah, while Gruff is going quietly insane, he sees his dear friend come towards him, looking worse for wear, and he will reach out. The magic
Gruffith. Don't carve things into my face.
big paw on Rowan's face, and I will
got
cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
okay.
Nice.
Whilst you roll that up, it is technically Percival's turn, Ophelia.
He's prone.
He is
Will
prone.
Stand up. By me.
Yeah, Percy will stand up.
Well, you are unconscious.
No, Percy is.
Yeah, you're unconscious as Ophelia, though, right?
Yes.
So, I'm going to take control of Percival.
Oh, for it.
Because Percival has certain things that you're not there to give him orders.
Well, his protocol.
He will immediately run to Sister Ophelia.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean he would.
20, 25, 30. I will say you are sort of knocked prone here, just for the sake of it. And he will attempt a medicine check.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
16. He has no modifier, but he stabilizes you.
Oh my god. Yay!
Percival is just like, Sister Ophelia! Shh, and he like runs up, starts like, maybe tearing up a piece of cloak, like trying to bandage your wounds, lifting your head up, like basically, and he's like covering your body with his body. Like, he's just like, shh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, if you are, so that's the thing for the future, by the way, if you are unconscious, I will take control of Percival and I will default to what
it makes
his
sense.
his
That's awesome.
purpose
That
is,
makes
basically. just
You've
because
agreed to.
he might do things that you might not want him to, but that's
Yeah, it's all part of
his
his protocol.
sentience taking over,
Yeah.
basically. So
I did 32 heals. To
32
Rowan.
healing to Rowan, amazing, big heal.
A little bit more healing to the temp HP
Yeah.
to me.
It is the start of a brand new round, and it is Zanzan the Ban. What was it you
Zan.
called yourself?
Zanzan, the dynamite man with a golden plan.
Yeah.
You've added dynamite,
Dynamite,
since the last
yeah.
time.
No,
It works, it works, it
it's an amalgamation of the many different versions. Zanzan,
Here
the
he
golden
is.
man with a dynamite plan.
This is our
here to make
Adam
a stand.
Warlock moment. He's coming in, a big hero.
But I have
us
nothing
home.
to heal Ophelia.
She's stable.
She's stable.
Yeah, I know, but he's like right above Ophelia.
All right.
Make yourself a target.
That's true.
Yeah, but so's it's fine.
Okay, I will. And I will do that by doing something really nasty and cool with it.
I love it.
Oh God! Sorry, I was trying to figure
This
out
thing
distance
has
to Ophelia.
landed, by the way, Xanthias. So right now, you don't have a clear line of sight to him because he is on the ground. He's not flying up in the air anymore, and there is that large rocky crevice, like outcropping, which is
need
kind
to
of
move a little bit
it's like a 20-foot tall
see it.
rock in front of him.
Okay. Sorry, I spent my entire turn trying to figure out distance to Ophelia.
Yeah.
Okay. I am
15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet to Ophelia.
yeah.
But yeah, you would need to get to like someone here to like try and get line of sight on him.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
like, move into the middle here if you wanted.
I will. Fuck. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Just the floor.
Yeah. What's the range on this? 15 feet cone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is 5, 10, 15. Too far away!
You could try and figure out what the whispers things is.
I will. Slightly better. Kind of better. Not as good. I don't think it's going to be a turn ender. Right. I want to move just a touch forward so he's within 30 feet of me.
Whereabouts to?
It doesn't matter because I'm going to Misty Step right in front of him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
so right, where are we talking? Right in front, like here, or like
front
over
of
here, or like here?
Right in front of its eyes.
Well, I mean, it's a creature; it can move its eyes around. So I'll put you wherever, and it will look at you.
We're just on the
be
rock
up here.
next to it, yeah.
Up here. I love that.
And I will.
Bam.
That's a bonus
Take
action
his
to do
eyes.
that.
Bonus action.
Pop them out.
I am going to use my
Best part.
breath weapon right in his face.
I do want to check because you've bonus action Misty Stepped. Is Dragon Breath a bonus action?
Dragon's breath weapon replaces an attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's new Dragonborn. They've changed it.
New dragon.
So it is a 15-foot
behind you,
cone, 30-foot line, etc., etc., etc.
That's right, new
It has to make a
Dragonborn.
dexterity saving throw. Is
Right.
this a spell? It's probably not a spell.
I would say it's not a spell.
Okay.
Because it's an innate
It's an
ability.
innate ability, yeah.
A
It's
15
magical in a sense, but not a spell.
A 15 to save.
Okay. Are you just targeting at the creature, or
I want to burn its eyes out.
you go for the
Wow.
eyes?
Yeah.
Take his eyes.
Dexterity,
Yeah.
15.
15! It met it and bet it. Bastard!
It does succeed. Half damage. It shields its eyes, which I will now reveal are also a weak point.
Good!
But it does mean that it's saved, so it takes no damage to the weak point. But it does
Fine.
take half damage as normal.
I'm going to empower it then. I want to get through that shield.
Oh.
I'm singeing this guy. It is a 2d10, 3d10, because it's empowered.
Okay. So you're
fiery
using the crown
today.
steel.
I'm using the
fiery.
crown steel to empower my breath.
It's still going to take half
Conscious,
damage.
Gruff would shake his head.
It's
conscious.
It's
Gruff was in
half
his
damage
right mind.
because it did save.
Yeah.
So this is just getting to the creature itself.
Okay. 21, 10 damage.
10 points of damage. You watch as it does, like, kind of brings up one of its clawed hands, protecting its eyes, ducking its head away. It does avoid some of the damage, but we see that red and black gold of the golden fire tinge now with red and black engulf over its body.
This is like a roar in its face.
It is it sees you now as the threat, and it just whips around, brings up its claws, ready to strike at Xanthias.
Fucking try me, motherfucker.
All
I
right.
say
End of
to
turn?
specifically you.
End of turn.
End of turn.
It would be Ophelia's go next, which means it would normally be a destiny throw, but you're stable,
Stable.
so you're all good. You don't have like cool healing? You use the big healing potion, didn't you? So
Yeah, I got the Viola of renewal.
no, you do have the Viola. That's if you.
on zero, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, then it is the Gallowack's turn. And in true fashion, it is going to go fully for Xanthias.
Hey, just a reminder, it took my mage armor. I have 11 AC.
Oh,
I should have told everyone that before I jumped into its face.
16.
That hits.
I'm going to roll both attacks.
I
at
can't
the
even
same
shield
time.
it, yeah.
That would be 14.
I will shield that.
Okay, so the first one hits, but the second one fails. Not quite max damage, but not far off. That would be 22 slashing damage from the first attack.
Oh my effing G.
Do you want to use runes to dampen?
I don't, because I'm expecting a tail attack soon.
Okay. Yeah, it turns around and it just... for flavour, I'm going to say that it's going to clamber up onto this rock above you. I mean, it's basically
It's
just
like spiraling around the stone.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly
god,
that.
okay.
In fact, I'll put it down here. But yeah, it's like spiraled around that stone, like fighting you, basically, Xanthias.
Yeah.
All right, that is its turn. It resets its reactions and legendary reactions. We then go to Daisy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm going to run up to Ophelia, please.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can get just within range. Next to
I
Percy.
would like to use healing hands, please.
Very good. Is that 3d4?
I think it's 3d4.
Oh, thank you.
I don't have anything else. I'm sorry, but this is something.
all helps. Thank you.
Up again.
9 points of healing.
Woo! Thank you very much.
My one and
For
done
your
heal.
stamina return.
Great 3d4 roll.
It was a good one. Yeah,
that was good.
So that I believe is my action.
Is, yes.
So I think.
Your bonus action.
Yeah.
You could try and do a little suss things out if you'd like.
Rouge.
Or you could move and do a rogue, do a rouge.
I think I'm gonna move. I think I'm gonna move behind these. Actually, no. I'm gonna move back behind.
Back to where you were.
Tuck back behind. But say in the group chat, somebody figure out what's wrong with Gruff,
All right.
please.
He seems. No, he's bad. He's real bad.
Xanthias, as you suspected, as a legendary action, I'm going to spend my last fate point and
That's
do
okay.
a tail
My
attack
AC is now
against you,
16 because the shield sustains.
which is very good. I just rolled a
Yay!
3, so that is a 11.
Hell
So,
yeah,
which would have hit you. The tail attack smashes into the rock, maybe the shield kind of deflecting it away from you as the large tail smashes into the side.
Oh, I don't have to make the save for knocking back unless it hits me, right?
Yeah, basically it has to hit you. Yeah.
Great.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Daisy, you would have started within 30 feet. Can I get a charisma save from you? You would have started your turn there. So Xanthias bamfed into it, so he was fine.
17.
It's fine. You're more than fine. So after Daisy, we then go to Rowan.
I'm going to use my bonus action to figure out what's wrong with Gruffith, and therefore Maddening whispers what's going on.
I will say this will be. You don't need. Well, if you would like to spend a fate on the check, make a Arcana or Insight roll for me.
It's definitely going to be inside.
Yeah, I'm glad that you specify with maddening whispers, because what's wrong with Gruff? We could just be here a long time.
How long do you have?
Yeah, I will fate. This is important.
Mark just wants more fate. Look at his
We are
face.
stacked on fate, to be fair.
I will tell you at the end of this encounter.
12.
12 with the d6?
No.
Okay. It's enough to know basics. Gruff is like, yeah, this creature is sort of infecting all of you with its madness, with its kind of, it seems to psionically or magically be, pushing madness into it. You think that you can help Gruff. You have to spend an action and a fate point, and you will reduce the stacks by a certain amount. But I'm not going to tell you how many.
I will do that
Okay.
as my action.
As your action. Can you roll a d6 for me as a d3 instead? And this does count as spending a fate point to add into the pool.
That's a 1.
So you lose 1 stack of Maddening Whispers, Gruff.
Which is enough to remove dazed?
It is enough to remove the dazed condition.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So you're back to 4. And yeah, that is now, Rowan, you can share that information. Anybody can spend an action whilst next to a friend. And you're basically like calming Gruff down. You're like, come on, Gruff, you've got to get it together. Kind of like, come on. And it's your bond as heroes that's sort of overcoming this
I
madness.
think what I'll do
which is where you're
instead of
spending
explain is just you hear me doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's-
So-
you guys all, this is meta knowledge that
Yeah.
OC you guys can know. But it is basically you spend a fate and you remove D3 of Maddening Whispers, basically.
Are you
as an action.
slapping me right now?
No.
I'm shaking.
You shaking me? Okay.
Any
Rowan
movement,
wouldn't
Rowan?
slap.
No, I'll stay with Gruff.
Okie dokie. In that case, it would be
Is that a bonus action?
That was an action.
you used a
That was
bonus
an
action to study, action to use the fate.
Correct.
So you've just got me
Very well.
left. I'm gonna spend one of my fate points that I've just got. Yum yum yum. And Xanthius.
Yes.
Now your innate magic
Yes.
is magical effect. Yes.
I mean,
It's called innate magic. You are summoning runes that are empowering your magic.
now, is it a magical effect, though?
Yeah, I would say so. For the purposes of what this creature can do, I'm going to say it is. And I'm going to spend my
fair
fate
enough.
point to its eyes pulse, like flashes all these multicolours, and you feel your innate sorcery come to an end as it uses cancel magic.
Okay, fair, yeah. If
It's
using
called cancel
magic. Yeah. Okay, I can't hate that.
Yeah. As you feel like that power like just drain out of you.
Okay, and now I'm just a tiny little boy on a rock surrounded by this thing.
Yeah.
tiny little boy on a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
Well,
find
actually,
out-
no, you had shield up.
I did have shield.
So I try and do it that it goes for like the most defensive thing first and then works its way down. So I'd say the shield effect ends instead.
Okay.
Which was going to end at the start of your next turn anyway, but
Yeah.
for the purposes of this, the
Okay.
shield spell goes away.
Okay. Neat.
I'll try and stick to my own internal logic to keep it fair, basically. So that was its legendary in response to Rowan's turn ending, which means we go to Gruff.
Who can I do more things?
Still vulnerable to psychic damage, but he's now awakened up.
How bad does Sweet Xanthius look?
Pretty bad.
I've looked worse.
Pretty bad.
Ophelia,
No,
that's
no.
pretty bad too.
Yeah.
No, not great. Neither of them are great.
How bad compared to when Gruff first saw you? 'Cause that's the bar, right?
Oh, I mean, it's ever so slightly better.
Okay. What is half of 35 foot? Because I still have the half
17.
speed.
It'd be 15 feet. I'd
15.
round the 5 down and just say it doesn't. You can't. There's no 2 feet on a 5-foot grid map.
Does,
Dare
I know. I'm cheating
does
you.
15 get me within 30 foot of Ophelia and Zan?
Oh.
Where does 15 get me?
Gets you here.
And
Yeah,
is,
I think
and is
so.
that within?
5,
Are
10,
they?
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, they would get
And
both
then
of you.
Ophelia as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Big Heelys?
Thank you, my son. And then I'm just gonna stagger forward.
Like every limb, it feels like lead trying to move your legs, but you putting the staff down. You kind of pull your way into the open field now. Take it away.
And yeah, as he's just staggering forward, I think when he takes a staggering step and that staff hits the ground, the magic kind of flows out in a 30-foot radius as I cast Aura of Vitality. And I can only target one of you right now. So, start each of your turn. I have to choose between my children. Oh no!
You want to do it purely based on who has slightly higher hit points? You can roll for it.
Do you want to do it based purely on which one the Gallowack is eyeing up?
Yeah, I think it would be Xanthius because Xanthius is right there and you can see.
Presume, is it still like...
It's pretty focused on you.
Yes.
Although now it's kind of like drained that magic and it's hurt you. It's now looking at everything else.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of whipping its head around. It doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah, if it's not completely on me, then...
Hard to say what it's going to do.
I think Gruff coming out of the madness a little bit, staggering forward, seeing this, would go for Xanthias because you are literally below this horrible thing that is.
Thank you.
Looks like it's rearing for a strike. You get 10 points of healing.
10.
So 2d6. Oh, I could have used your stupid dice. Oh well.
Nobody's ever
it's
going to
too
use that
late.
2d6.
Oh no.
Okay.
You get some HP back, though.
I got some HP back.
End of turn.
I really want to use that dice.
That's my action.
You've still got a bonus action. You've used your movement, but you've got a bonus action.
I can't do the. It's an action to do the maddening whispers thing, isn't it?
Yes. And you can't do it on yourself.
I
It has to
can't
be an
do it on
ally
myself.
sort of supporting.
Go me! I'm great! Hooray! No, I'm going to use my bonus action to draw more weird shit into the ground.
Sure. Yeah, don't forget you can use the bonus action to be like, can I work out what this thing does, or like do a study action. Or you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. I just want to remind you that is an option if
I
you're
don't know
never sure what to do.
What to study?
Then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
The blade.
I don't think Gruff would be
Sure.
He's
not in a
state
cognizant
to do
state
it.
to do
No.
it. Percival.
I will have Percival move back to behind that rock that he emerged from.
Yeah, you kind of like go. He's like, oh,
Go to
sister.
safety, Percy, thank you!
Runs back round. Hello, Miss Daisy. Yep. So and then that is Percival's turn. Do you want? Well, he's still got his action. Do you want him to like take the dodge action or like take any sort of like anything like
If
that?
it comes round within reach, maybe ready in action.
Ready in
to
action,
strike.
like he strikes it if it
Yeah.
comes round. Sure. All right. Job done. In that case, we go to the top of a brand new round. Xanthias. This thing does look pretty beaten up. Like it is hurt, but it's also the more hurt it's getting, the more wild it's becoming. Like it's like looking around this rock, like scared, but also still angry. It's babbling. It's like in between these horrid shrieks, you can just hear this almost unpleasantly human voice. Like, no, don't.
Oh, don't
Oh, no, I don't like that at all.
All right. All right, my guy. You're going down.
That's some full metal alchemist shit, that is.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Has this thing used its reaction?
No, it's top of the round.
Hasn't used its reaction.
hasn't used
It's
its
used its legendary actions.
That's frustrating. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Hey, Zanzan, what you gonna do?
Just a reminder,
What
Ophelia, you up
gonna do,
next.
Zanzan?
I was hoping someone was going to tell me.
Gonna
No.
go hide
Gonna
in
take
a
a-
shoebox.
Kill it.
All right. I'm gonna.
Take its eyes!
Take his
All right. I'll
Just hear from down below Ophelia just saying it over and over again. Take his side!
Take the
I
eyes!
will almost punch the rock below me, and shards of stone and weirdly sharp metallic sort of objects will emanate from the stone as I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers on this thing.
Nice way to flavour it.
All right.
And I want to,
In
I want
its
this to
space
be
where it
just,
currently is, it just fills with the
yeah,
daggers.
just slashing this thing.
Remind me,
sides
because
and more.
I know this spell's a bit tricky, and I think they rechanged some of the wording for us. Just read it out for
It's a nasty meatball. I conjure spinning daggers in a 5-foot cube centered on a point within range. Its head.
Okay.
Each creature in that area takes 4d4 slashing damage.
It just takes the damage.
Yep.
No saving throw or anything.
A creature also takes its damage if it enters the cube or ends its turn there, or if the cube moves into its space.
Okay.
Only takes it once per turn.
Okay.
On later turns, I use a magic action to teleport the cube up to
Where are
3
you
feet.
placing this?
Head.
All right.
It's like almost like an astronaut's helmet of daggers,
Sure. Go for it.
which is how I want to go. 1, that's 3. That's 6 now. That's 7. And that is 9 slashing damage on face.
Okay.
And then I will do nothing.
Okay. So as an action, you cast Cloud of Daggers.
Oh no, I will bonus action spend sorcery to get more runes.
Alrighty. Are you going to move?
If I moved around the rock just a touch,
I will give you cover.
would I
against
be
the-
out of its...
It will attack you as you move, but I'll give you cover for it. Because it's like you're kind of almost using the rock as you're diving for
No.
cover.
Stay here.
All right.
I want it to keep fighting me.
Okay. In that case, Ophelia.
I think Ophelia will. Where is she at the minute? Just
Lying down.
You're just
She's
lying
at the
down,
base of the
rolling
rock.
around.
You're on the exact opposite side of the rocks to what you can see.
Okay.
You are basically like here, like where my finger
Oh, I
is
see.
pointing.
Hello. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sam.
Just rolling around.
I would like to get up, s'il vous plaît.
15. Oh no, 20 because it's half your movement. I'm afraid. So
25, yeah.
25 feet of your movement.
I'm wondering, do I have enough movement to get to that tree that it's next to? The singular, like, fir tree. Yes,
one?
that one, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You'd get to about here.
Okay, so not quite enough. Okay, I would like to... Okay, I'll cast a spell at it for now, then. I will do... Oh, is it touch? Shit, it's touch.
You can probably get to it. You can get to it in 25 feet.
I'll get up to it.
Touch its little ankle.
Yeah, you can get to like here.
Yeah.
Grab a
And
cankle.
Ophelia will reach out, and as she reaches out, her skin around her hand shrink wraps, revealing all her bones as she casts Chill Touch.
Okay.
On the thing. So that is... It's just a spell
Attack.
Wait, is chill touch now?
They've changed it to touch now.
Yeah, it's touch.
Finally.
I mean,
I know, 120 feet on it was kind of nuts.
It was pretty
On
nuts.
touch.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just trying to remember what my spells thing is. I haven't cast a spell for a while. +4. Okay, cool beans. Woo! 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minus 2, so 13.
Yeah, would you like to add any fate?
Yes.
Okay.
4 fate, so 19.
Does hit. With the fate, it does
Damn,
hit.
yeah.
2d10 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Nasty.
9 necrotic damage.
9 necrotic damage. You watch as where you touch, the skin blisters and boils, and life and moisture is sucked away from it as the creature kind of pulls its leg up, looking down.
That was pretty good.
such a sharp little thing.
Can't regain hit
exactly
points
what
until
you're
the end
doing.
of his next turn.
Can't regain any hit points.
And I think that's me. Bonus
You
actions. I can't really do any bonus actions apart from rage.
Okay.
I'll rage for now, just as like safety rage.
Sure. It's good because I'm going to spend a bonus action.
Good.
I'm going to spend a fate point to legendary action, use its last one on a tail attack against you, Ophelia.
Yeah, that's fair.
As
Hit
you've
me,
rushed up to it. Well, I mean, it's
coward.
got 2 things. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Oh, she's going to
Can you make a strength saving throw for me?
I shall. I have advantage.
She won't. You healed it too much.
Natural 20.
Hey.
That would be 9 bludgeoning, so half to 4 bludgeoning.
She good thing I raged.
That's why it's.
It's spicy.
I knew that she raged. I was like, that's a good move. But yeah, the tail whips around, but you stand strong against this thing.
Hell yeah.
You can see this thing's in a panic. Like, it is definitely. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Its turn now. Ophelia and Xanthius, you guys get attacks of opportunity as it is going
Yeah.
to fly. Oh no, it can't fly. It's going to scramble over this. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as it's sort of running back to its lair. And it's using its like winged, clawed hands to drag itself along the ground. As it passes Gruff, it is going to still make attacks.
Does Gruff get an attack?
No, because it doesn't move within 5 feet of Gruff. He doesn't have reach, unfortunately.
What'd you get?
I
Oh.
do.
Don't have reach.
I have 5 foot reach on my staff.
Yeah, 5 foot is literally the squares around you.
Okay.
Yeah, it would need to be 10 feet or higher.
I started my turn in its range, so I did a charisma check.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
For 11.
That is a failure.
Okay, so 1 more stack, right? On top of that, I did my opportunity attack with a dagger that I just have on me. Maybe I snatch one out of the air from my
Sure,
thing.
makes sense.
And I rolled a 1. Cut my
Okay.
hand.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding.
Stab yourself.
Out.
What did you get on your charisma?
Sand dice.
Ophelia?
12.
That is a failure for
Sounds
you,
like a dead
unfortunately,
man.
as well.
Another stab.
You are vulnerable to psychic damage.
Okay. And I got an 18 on my attack.
Oh, that hits.
Okie dokie. D8 plus 3 with veracity. Full damage. 11 damage.
Nice.
11, 12, 13 actually, because I'm raging.
Nice.
Likey.
Yeah, you sink a wound as this thing scurries up, over the mountains across past Xanthius, scrambles its way down. You delve a hideous blow into its side. As it passes you, Gruff, it is going to rake you once with its claws for a 22 to hit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, a little bit more.
14 points of slashing damage to you, Gruff. And then as it passes, its eyes are going to glow, and Gruff and Daisy, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws as it's going to with its eye beams.
7.
Ugh.
That is a
Right.
Dex.
Dex.
26.
That's a success. Do you have evasion?
I do have evasion.
You
I'm
take
gonna
no damage. It's automatic. It's not uncanny dodge, so it's automatic. Gruff, however, 18 psychic damage doubled to 36.
I'm down.
Is it still doubled? No, yeah, it was. That was the
still
previous
doubled.
thing. Shit.
So Gruff,
So I had 19, so if it had just been the first bit.
I don't have any more
no.
healing left. I've run out.
And the aura goes down.
the aura goes down.
Oh, yeah.
But this thing is in full like panic flee
Fleeing
mode.
mode, yeah,
It's
okay.
running back to its lair. I think Ophelia did tell you that Pascal is inside, but yeah. With that, its go is finished, which brings us to Daisy.
I did hit it,
It
on
is-
my last turn.
You did. You have
So I have
advantage against
advantage, so I'm going to
it. It
throw...
looks really
I'm
badly.
going to throw a radiant blade at it.
Okay.
Eyes. Take his eyes. 19 again. So
Are you aiming at anything in particular?
its eyes!
Yes! Take his eyes!
You succeed in striking its weak point. You have advantage, so you get sneak attack. That sounds like a lot. Of damage.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I rolled 2 6s, 2 5s, and a 3.
Oh,
Yum,
yeah.
yum, yum, yum.
Fine goat.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 radiant damage
29
29
to its
radiant
eyes.
to its eyes.
You see Gruff go down, Daisy. You see this thing scrabbling, and just you almost hear like Nim just like left, and then you throw it. The blade spins round and pops one of its eyes. It just sinks through it. You watch as the creature, because you destroyed a weak point, it takes that weak point's damage to its HP. You watch as this thing it knocks the rocks down to one side, tending them tumbling as it slumps down dead.
I took its eyes!
It took the eyes! You're one scary motherfucker, you know that?
You are scared.
Yeah, with that one attack, you not only destroy its weak point, but when a weak point's destroyed, it then takes that amount of HP
shit.
damage.
That was
and so
spicy sneak
That was
attack.
a really, spicy battle.
perfectly timed. But we're not out of it yet, because you do have an ally down.
Yes.
So Daisy, that would be your action.
I will run over to Gruff and make a medicine check, because that's all I can do.
It would be an action to do. Unfortunately, you've attacked.
I will run over to
You'll
Gruff
run over
and
to
panic.
Gruff, yeah. It would then be Rowan, who I think has got healing, so we should be okay.
Rowan is going to cure wounds.
Yeah, there we go.
Rowan's gonna just go home.
Little first level cure wounds.
Yeah, it's still 2d8.
Yeah, I mean, might as well roll it up.
When the creature dies, do the stacks of thingy go?
Come to that in a minute.
We'll find that out.
This is just who we are now. 11.
11.
11 points. The creature goes down. Rowan, you run over, you place your hands on Gruff, you feel that healing energy wash through you. All of you it depends. Like, what do you guys do immediately when this thing goes down? Like, that whispering, all of you, I think, have some element of it. For Ophelia and Gruff, it is so deafening, like, it's hard to concentrate. Your mind feels like it's, like, made of glass. And, yeah, what do you guys immediately do?
I'm dead.
You're conscious. You've
I'm
just been
rolling around.
healed. Yeah.
I'll continue to console Gruff in the same way I did previous round
Okay.
to reduce the maddening whispers.
All right. Can you roll a d3 for me, please?
Run over and do the same to Ophelia, probably seeing what Rowan's doing.
Who?
Can you also roll a d6 or a d3? So d6, but you half it, basically.
So that's minus 2 stacks.
So 2 stacks, and you lose 2 stacks as well.
Oh, thank you.
I rolled a 2, so it's 1.
Oh, so 1. So 1 to Ophelia.
Sorry.
So,
That's right.
Down to 2 stacks.
yep. After you guys immediately attend to this, it becomes clear that sort of, because it takes you like, a few seconds to like calm them down, but that creature being still, you do feel those whispers as time goes on over the next few rounds. those whispers die down, and actually the stacks eventually go away.
Oh, good. Okay.
You basically lose one stack a round after the creature is defeated. So it takes a few seconds. Ophelia, I think, and Rowan have the most. So after about sort of like 15-ish seconds, 18 seconds, like your minds kind of return to what they were. Maybe just like a little memory of what those whispers were like, but nothing still plaguing your active mind. The creature's body is still kind of spasming and awkwardly like grabbing and stuff, like there's some power still trying to keep it moving, but it's absolutely dead. You can see the light in that crystal still pulsing, those multicolored lights within it. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I think in the first few turns to try and figure out if this thing is leaving, like the quiet of the battle is enough to actually be able to focus on this thing a little bit more and try to determine where it is. But if it is still twitching and showing some kind of threat of reawakening or whatever it is, I want to walk up to its now exposed heart chest thing, and I will cast a flame blade to try to like basically plunge it in next to this thing and almost like lever this thing out of its body.
Yeah, I'd say with the flame blade, I was going to ask you to do an athletics check, but with the flame blade, you don't need to. You basically kind of lightsaber this thing out. Like,
How big is the
carving
thing
through.
in its chest? Like,
it's pretty substantial. Like, it's probably sort of large palm size.
Okay.
And it's flat. There is 3D touch to it, but it's quite flat. And looking at it, holding it in your hands, you pull this thing out, and there is something akin to a prism about it. Like the way that it's structured and its surfaces is multifaceted. And as you hold it up to the light, when you shift its angle, it becomes completely red. If you shift it in another way, it becomes completely green. Like it almost catches the light in a certain way.
So was it like spinning in its chest before? Or
It wasn't spinning, it was like embedded and it was flashing through all these different lights.
Okay.
But now that you can hold it, it's like when you hold it up to the light and tilt it in a certain way, it like locks in as red, and then you tilt it another way, it locks in as orange.
Yeah.
And then when you return it to normal, it's like flashing through the multicolors again.
So I imagine I've literally just ripped this thing out of just blood and out of the chest of this thing.
Bizarrely, not any blood.
Oh.
Even when you've been fighting this thing, you were causing these wounds. There's no fluid in this thing.
It was never alive.
Huh, okay. Does it react at all to when I rip it out as well? Is it now just like...
There's like the body spasms, like its leg kicks and twitches, its wing beats for a second, but the eye is the eyes no longer flash with color. The eye is now like a dull, foggy gray. Its mouth like just hangs slack.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what I'm doing on my turn.
Yeah.
Rip an orb out of chest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have the put it down as Gallowack crystal.
Oh, it's in there.
It's not in there as an item. No, just put it down as an item you have.
Okay. Nice. Very cool.
I think Ophelia will go into the cave and check on Pascal again.
Yeah, you go into the cave and Pascal hasn't moved. He's shown no reaction to the battle outside or the incoming Gallowack. He's just sort of huddled up against the wall. But now you see him, and the wall next to Pascal is covered in those same markings, and his finger is bloody where he's been scratching it in with his nail. And he's like scratching in these symbols, and he's just sort of like... he's like muttering to himself.
Can I like move him out of the cave at least? Like just get him away?
When you begin to approach him, and as soon as you kind of reach for him, he like begins to like just try and get away, but you can see that he's so malnourished and dehydrated, like he doesn't get very far. Like you can very firmly just take a few steps and like grab him, and he's very weakly trying to resist, but it's almost automatic. It's like he's not consciously trying to do anything.
It's okay, we'll get you home. Let's see if my friends can help you in any way.
Give me a persuasion roll, please, Ophelia.
Persuasion 5.
Yeah, he's like still reacting, like trying to pull away, but you're stronger than him. You can easily
Yeah, I'll just
carry
lift him up and carry him out.
Yeah, like he's trying to fight, but there's just nothing to him.
Yeah.
He's so light as well. Like he's clearly malnourished and dehydrated. Do you want to make a medicine check for him as well? Actually, anybody who's checking on Pascal is more than welcome to. Make
I
a
was
check.
gonna heal him.
Sure.
when he-
Yeah. Well, can you heal him, but also give me another medicine check? Actually.
Sure.
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. Yeah. You're not used to this kind of battlefield medicine or anything like that. You just don't know.
Still just
14 to medicine.
And you have the healer feat, right?
Yeah.
Gruff, you've seen this kind of thing before, like when you've maybe like when Gruff's passed, you had to go and rescue some fishermen who got like stranded, like out on the ice for like several days. Like he is badly dehydrated, he's malnourished, like he's in a really bad way. Magical healing is only going to do so much, like, and you think you can treat him, like you have food and rations with you. You have to be careful not to like give him too much, but he's in a bad way. And I'm going to say don't worry about casting a healing spell on him because there's no physical injury to him. His mind, though, he's not well. Like something is afflicting him.
Didn't you say last week that he was missing, like his leg had been kind of chewed off?
He has like superficial wounds. Like it's not been like he's not missing a leg or anything like that. He has like claw marks, and you can see that like his tabard has been ripped and torn. It's what you saw outside. But like his wounds are actually fairly superficial.
Would lesser restoration? I know I could cast it, like, and see
Yeah,
if lesser restoration
Yeah,
help.
yeah, absolutely.
In which case, I think Gruff would start. Well, first of all, he would thank Rowan for saving him and calming him down. And then, yeah, he would start instructing to everyone, like, no, I've seen this before. Give him water, but slowly, small sips, don't overload him. A little bit of food, but not too much. If he eats too much, he'll go into shock. And then, so, starting to try and, but then, as he does that, he'll cast Lesser Restoration.
Sure. Can you roll a... This would be Arcana.
Can I use Fate on it?
Yeah? Well, welcome to.
I am not Arcana-y.
Yeah.
17, 18, 19, but -1, so 18.
18. You cast Lesser Restoration on Pascal, and there is no immediate effect. But with an 18, you suspect that this is not just a case of, like, trauma. This is the work of a magical curse. The curse of this Gallowack, whatever it's done to his mind, needs to be removed in a specific way, and it counts as a magical curse. You were very close to this. You could have potentially been... If you had gained one more stack, you would have been afflicted with this same magical curse.
Stared too far into the void.
Yeah, and you get the sense that, like, it's probably Pascal. Like, looking around this cave, you can see that there are, like, bones and, like, discarded animals and things like that. But there's also signs of, like, there's, like, dirty blankets. There's, like, half a broken chair. Like, it's almost like things have been collected and brought here. And it doesn't look like Pascal's maybe the only one, but like it looks like he's been kept here, and just the presence of this creature has broken his mind. Like he's just been, he's succumbed to this madness by being too close to it. You would also notice, yeah, like not only is, where Pascal was scratching these geometric symbols in, you look around and this whole cave, it's covered in them, scraped in with massive claws like the Gallowacks. And it's this almost just these repeating geometric patterns just over and over and over and over again.
Gnarly.
Can I take the Gallowack's head?
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You just go along, like, you
pop
probably
the
would need to
eyeball.
use, like, get Purcell's, like, hatchet, because, like, your rapier isn't going to cut, but you get, like, Purcell, he, like, brings you the axe, you chop down, chop, takes you a couple of good whacks, but then you have, with the eye popped, this ginormous,
Hell yeah.
gross, anglerfish-style head of this creature with its...
You do realise we don't have a wagon. You're just going to be carrying that sucker.
New hat, though.
Oh, for God's sake.
There is no blood. There is a pungent odor. This thing smells like, what do they use in like taxidermy? Formaldehyde. It's got like a strong smell of like preserved flesh. This intense
I love
chemical
this boy.
smell.
Yeah.
I love him.
I was thinking I could take that back to the village thing.
Yeah.
You've slain the Gallowack.
Yeah.
I was
pretty
gonna
cool.
say like we should somehow have proof.
He just strikes me as the kind of little gremlin I'd make.
He's just misunderstood.
If I could. Like, you know, Kim, like, this is Kim
yeah.
talking, not Gruff, but I would love to make a creature like this and unleash it into the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't
I don't
surprise
have
me.
harmonious recall anymore. I can't connect with the land.
Oh, you can. I probably just haven't added it to your sheet as a custom feat. But because that was like a unique little thing that I gave everybody.
That's a Rowan thing.
I'm gonna do that in this area
Oh, interesting.
because I'd like to learn the
God, don't go
history
mad.
of the Gallowack
He's gonna go mad, isn't he?
somewhat.
Well, yeah, it connects you to events of like the land and things like that. I think that you wouldn't necessarily get you would see, Rowan, when you connect to the stones of this place.
I'll find a particularly dense part of geometric shapes carved into the walls.
Yes. You close your
mad.
eyes and you feel yourself and you feel the song of the stones calling to you as the music of the earth begins to meld and tells you. You get flashes of an image of this creature, the Gallowack, panicked, afraid, running here, finding solace, refuge maybe. And it begins to carve these symbols in, and it's muttering to itself that insane gibbering. Go back. Drawing the same one. It begins though, and the point where you've touched it, you see is actually where it all began. And it looks like a polygon shape, like a six-sided polygon with like spokes of a wheel off of it. And that's the beginning of this shape. And then it spirals out and it begins to repeat and overlap and overlap and overlap until it's indistinguishable. You can't tell that that's originally what it was. And it repeats. Your vision flashes a little bit. You see the Gallowack capturing prey, beasts, creatures, but even wagons of travelers. It doesn't always kill them. Sometimes it brings like a living being here, sometimes a creature like an animal, sometimes a person, and it keeps them here and forces them to copy the pattern. It draws it and then it grabs them and makes them do it. And then it keeps them there repeating this pattern. And then slowly they lose their minds and they begin repeating this pattern again and again and again. And that's what you see.
Ugh, creepy.
So what was the pattern again?
A polygon, like a six-shaped polygon with spokes coming
It's
off
like
of
the
it.
window behind you.
Like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like a D20, like a flat D20 shape. Yep, like that.
Yeah.
A hexagon.
Yes. Is it polygon or hexagon? Hexagon's 8, isn't it?
is a multi-sided.
Hectagon.
Poly
Pentagon.
does usually mean 5.
5. Pentagon is 5.
Septagon.
7.
Decagon.
8.
10.
I don't know.
Hexagon.
Sure.
6. Anyway, Rowan just kind of comes out of that.
Yeah.
Yep. It was mad and scared and drew others to make these patterns. I don't know why it was so desperate to continually make these patterns, but it must be of some significance. Maybe that's what drew it mad in the first place.
You definitely got no sign of any sort of secret fey portal or hidden treasure or anything like that. This creature, came from somewhere to here. It just basically found a cave to come and live in.
And it looked like this.
Yeah.
Always looked like it.
Yeah. And you think that maybe happened,
appeared.
hundreds of years ago, maybe.
Did you see anyone else like Pascal? Has it got followers? People that come to bring it goods?
Now, when I connect with the land, it's mostly the land I see, and I see figments of the things that live upon this land. So I saw this Gallowack because it had a big presence on the rocks and carved into them. I saw fingers, not just Pascal's, carving into the stones.
You would have seen that those people that it brought here go mad and basically die of starvation and thirst. Like, they don't leave. They're, kept here.
But there were more than him. And Gallowack doesn't eat them or anything, just drives them insane by making them draw this and doesn't feed them. Keeps them trapped.
Was I drawing this symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drew a few. You look really bad.
Yeah.
So glad it didn't fully take you away.
There's something gruff where you're like, when you start thinking about it, like that, it's like flashes of that. When you were hearing those whispers, you're almost starting to like get glimpses of something. You don't remember much. Bright white light, feelings of like escape, fleeing from something, colored lights.
There was
Fleeing from colored lights.
There was something
From something, and colored lights.
That's interesting.
in the depths of my madness. I felt almost like I could see bits of his escape. It's sad, really. I feel an overwhelming sense of sadness. I feel sorry for this thing. It was running from something. It had this madness. It was inflicting this madness on others, on me, on the squire. But it didn't ask for this. There's something about coloured lights.
Did you, in the visions, Rowan, as well, did you see this orb?
Pascal starts just saying lights, lights, lights. You can almost feel his finger on your back, Ophelia. He's like tracing that shape.
Drawing on my back.
Tracing that shape over and over
Okay,
again.
Pascal, yes.
But
I'll
now he just
decapitate
now
the
he just
creature, and
keeps
you're like,
saying
no,
lights.
he's touching me. A man is touching my back.
Did you see this orb in those visions? When it fled, did it have this the entire time, or?
It was always like this when it came.
It would have had that in its chest.
Centuries ago, maybe.
And the symbols you saw, did they look anything like? I mean, this is just a swirl of every shape imaginable, but
Shape is that?
Same
It's the
six
same shape. So it's the shape of the thing in its chest.
okay.
Well, this one doesn't have spokes coming off of it though.
But it's the same.
It's the same six-sided hexagon, yeah.
And what about the where it's been sewn on? Like you said, it looked like surgery scars on it.
Those
Do they
probably-
look like the spokes?
Yeah, kind of similar.
Interesting.
I'd like to identify this, please.
Casting identify.
Look at this boy.
I believe I am indeed. The gold site eye does, in fact, have identify.
Well.
Welly, welly, well.
Xanthius, you pull down this ornate set of like monocle and begin flipping through the sort of different pieces.
Excuse
of
me
it.
a second. It's no time.
You begin examining this thing. A number of things become apparent.
Yes.
First of all, this has every school of magic,
Yeah.
but there is something else. There is a type of magic in this object that does not correlate to any school of magic you know.
Breach magic!
God. Don't say
It
that. You summon a
connects-
certain person.
It connects to a source of magic that is neither arcane, primal, or divine. You get the sense, the identify spell does not tell you what this item is.
Okay.
This thing, almost like the gold sight eye doesn't know what to make of it, and it's like, not malfunctioning, but like the eye is like, you're not gleaning information from it.
Yeah.
What you do get the sense of is that there is something to do with communication or translation, perhaps,
Right.
to do with this thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it? I imagine that the communication thing is just spreading that the whispers at the very, very least. But I'm not getting any like ill effects holding this thing.
No.
Seems inert.
No, it's definitely not inert. There's something in it. Like you can.
Oh.
This has some magical power. It's still swirling. Those colors are still present. It's not inert.
Okay. So even identify doesn't work fully on it.
Maybe the other thing you would get from make an Arcana check for me with advantage because you have been experimenting with like dabbling in like arcane,
I dabble.
like artifice and things like that.
I dabble. Watch this drive. Okay. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. The other thing I would say you get from this, you can identify that there is some sort of, this involves some sort of translation or communication. Like, enchantment would be the wrong word because it's not an enchantment. Like, this is, you've never seen magic like this before. the other thing, there's almost a sense of like an amplification to this. Like it is enhance. It seems to enhance something as well.
It's a rune socket, isn't it?
I have told you all the information you can glean from this.
I'm going to slam this into someone's weapon. I can tell you that
What
much.
if I go large, swallow it, then go small again? What happens?
Is that Rowan asking?
I did say it like Rowan.
You
didn't
did.
I?
If you say it in the voice, it counts.
Well, it was somehow
was halfway
directly in
between,
between
yeah.
your voice and Rowan's.
Because subconsciously he was like, I want to ask this in character, but I probably shouldn't.
Just becoming Rowan.
Yeah.
Can Ophelia? Because
Yes.
when Ophelia stuck her sword into the creature earlier during the battle, there was weirdness with it. Like it didn't seem right. Can she observe the body or like look at the body and see?
Well, Veracity drank from it, right?
Yes,
Even though there's no blood.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you drink, bro?
There's it. You don't like Veracity is an intelligent item. Like, you can't communicate with it, but it did seem to feed on something.
Yeah.
There's no blood.
Like, I want to find out. Like, is this creature a natural creature, or was it a man-made beastie?
Give me a nature or arcana check.
Yeah, you said it seemed like it was a few different things mixed together, right? Like the vibe that it had, but not.
Do you want to add a fate?
Yeah,
Yum yum.
that is a 10.
10. You are not an experienced like mage in this kind of environment or anything like that, but examining this thing, I mean, it is definitely not a natural creature. This thing was made. It might have been different creatures at one point. Looking at that head, like there's almost like marine life, like anglerfish, like the weird feathery,
always
scaly
anglerfishy.
like neck. Almost looks like it belongs to like a wyvern or something like that, or like some sort of creature. It's like long eel-like body, like its wings. Like
With Maggie?
this thing has been created by sort of it's an amalgamation of things.
Badger. Definite badger.
Definitely a badger. Yeah.
Vicious den.
But you also remember, like, it was like burbling in human-like speech.
Oh, yeah.
And its face has a grotesque, distorted version, but it has a sort of humanoid face. Like, if you took like a giant fish man with the giant eyes, like, you know, he does have this kind of person-esque face.
That's fucked.
That's not good.
This is fucked.
And you're carrying that around.
Yeah.
I just really want to make him.
He's made
Somebody did.
Someone did. Somebody made this
He
beast.
sounds like he'd be my actual child in real life. Anyway,
No.
Anything else?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to, like, to track where this thing came from before it came to the cave, but I don't have such spells.
And also, this was like hundreds of years ago, like a
trees
century or
look
more.
different.
Yeah.
Could it have come from a vault?
a vault, so
itself.
to speak.
That's an interesting question.
I
Certainly.
mean, we're
point.
right at a vault, right?
Like,
I think
it
multiple
feels like
creatures
it's the-
were previously on the surface, and then this came out, a vault.
Yeah, I think so.
Experiments.
Yeah.
Wacky centuries old.
You would all know, those of you who are, you know, local to Elmera, like proto-magi vaults, like it's where vault spawn come from. Like they
Yeah.
were created by proto-magi experimentation. Like people have talked about hideous creatures coming out of vaults and things like that. Looking at it now, like sure, like you could understand how like maybe a
Kim, are you enjoying Gruff's
doing-
madness a bit too much?
She's done like 20.
you're healed now.
Okay.
But yeah, like you've definitely like looking at this, you can see how a small reclused village like Colville, if somebody saw this thing, they might think it's like some sort of fey weird
Yeah,
creature.
yeah.
It does also live up to the legends of Vault Spawn, like the kind of
Yeah.
thing that would come out of a proto-magi vault.
This is still not the thing that was floating around. Still not the thing that was burning the top of the trees.
Okay.
Looking at that prism, the color pattern is the same.
Ooh.
All of these
The green, like the colours it's flashing,
Yeah.
it's very similar to
And
how
that-
that
But it's
creature-
still not this creature, or it's seemingly it's not this creature.
The vault is spilling out similar traits. So we had on the way here, we had that golem that's
Crystalline golem, which
with
made-
pulsing colours in
which was trying to.
it. Escape.
And it was trying to take the dragonettes.
Yes, stealing. Taking more creatures into
Yes, and it's kidnapping.
vault.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
we blew it up and it went, oh yeah?
Yeah.
When it
well,
died.
Ophelia can do it better. It sounded like that.
Why are you so good at doing it?
I have a
It's just
plan.
absurd.
If the plan is to find the vault, it's not here where we were hoping it was going to
We
be.
can follow the light to the vault.
Last time we
That's.
followed.
Do you think it goes back to the light, the vault?
Where does it come from? Where does it go?
Where does it come from, Cotton
Cotton
Eye
Eye
Joe?
What?
I can't believe they have
did
that
you
song
hear that?
up
Are
where
you-
you
Have you
from as well.
both gone crazy?
Who's Joe?
No.
Oh, you don't know the story of Sir Cotton Eye, Joe, famous
Joe Cotton Eye.
knight from the Azar Steppe.
Yeah.
Joe Cotton.
Joe Cotton.
The story
He's
went.
a stand-up comedian.
It was Joe Cotton Eye was his like nickname,
Yeah.
and then he had a surname, but nobody remembers that.
Really soft eyes.
and soft eyes.
That's what he was known for. Yeah,
It was so endearing.
he was so charming, like a heartthrob of a knight. Oh, Cotton Eye
Where
Joe.
did you come
Where did
from?
you come from? Where did you go?
You just left one day without a
Cotton Eye
trace.
Joe.
Cotton Eye
Yeah.
Joe.
Sounds like there's a dance associated with it.
There is.
The walk, his walk is like that. Every time he ran into battle.
Not kidding. In freaking primary school, secondary school, Scottish country dancing, one of the dances they would put Cotton Eye Joe on, and there's
can
a
imagine it.
dance to it.
I bet that slapped.
It did not. It was
Okay,
tragic.
My question. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Finish
so
up your conversation.
you have a plan to find the vault. You think these lights go back to the vault. It's worth a try. I mean,
Light.
are there
If we could bring Pascal back to someone that can help them,
Yeah.
we might be able to glean more information about what they discovered as well.
Yes.
Is there anything else in the cave?
Yeah.
Like, other than the stuff that we've seen, like the bits and pieces, or like how
handy portals
does
to
it?
the vault.
Is it quite a big cave, or?
It's pretty big, yeah. Like if you actually the little bit here that Ophelia looked into is just the entrance to it. If you explore, are you going to explore it further?
I don't know, because that's where the lions were as well.
any big neon signs that says proto-magi vault inside?
This way.
In my
How far-
vision, sorry, the Gallowack came and found this cave, right?
Yeah.
And sought shelter there, so it's not like it came out of it.
Nope.
Vault's not in
Came
cave.
to this cave and basically made it into a shelter. Yeah.
How far into the cave do all the scratchings in the walls go? The whole way.
And as you go further and further in, like the light from Daisy's dagger, like it goes in and leads into, maybe about 20 feet back into a sort of larger space. You see like a filthy nest made of like branches and twigs and broken like pieces of soiled blanket and sheepskins and wolf skins, like laid out to a sort of bed-like device. There are bones scattered everywhere. You see like a few broken, barrels and chests, maybe like plundered from like a wagon or something like that. If you spend some time, you would find 40 gold coins.
We're rich!
Neat.
That's it.
Oh, wow! It really salvaged everything else. But there's no like.
Well, you
it
find like
doesn't really-
broken lanterns and like you find a bunch of crap basically.
Yeah.
But amongst the
some
crap,
call it junk.
40
me,
gold coins.
I call it treasure.
Yeah.
I feel like Xanthias would be the one to find the gold.
Let's dragon.
Any of it in bronze?
He like looks in a room and he's like, it like lights up like in a video game, like he sees all the individual
Little
coins.
outline around
Yeah.
it.
He walks in.
40 coins.
40
hold
coins.
No, he has to taste the air to do it. He has to.
Yeah.
40 coins.
Gold.
I'm making that canon that's how dragons count money in an area. They taste the air and they can taste
They're like
how many.
bank
But do
tellers
it
are like.
that way. Do it that way.
Well, they don't know. They don't have to touch it. They just like you open the pouch and they. Yep, there's 100 gold.
Okay. Well, I walk into a room and there's 40 gold in there.
Yep.
But there's no other, like, is this place safe if we were to, for example, rest here?
You could take a long rest in here. It's not the most pleasant of places.
It's a bit mad.
It's dry.
It's a bit mad.
It's quite mad. It smells awful.
Well, the place is mad, but the source of that madness is
dead. Yeah.
And it's right
Is it?
there looking at us with no head.
No, it's on
The head is on Ophelia's belt. Like,
and it's
still
right
looking
here
at us.
looking at you.
Ophelia, can you turn around? I don't want its eyes. His eye.
Oh, sorry, yes. I'll put it there. Okay. Hello.
would you like me to carry that, Sister Ophelia?
Oh, yeah,
Would you
actually,
wish to?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Would you mind? Thank you.
Write down 40 gold.
Oh, I got it. Neat.
Percival, can you make the eyes face the other way so we don't see it? Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
But if we stay here at least until nightfall, we might be able to see more of the lights again, and then we can try to follow it. It might, to
We
begin
got told
with,
not
head
to
back
follow
to
the
Colbert.
light.
Do we?
Yes.
We also got told.
Gruff's had a bad day. I don't want Gruff to have a bad night too.
Do we really want to do this with Squire Pascal? He needs help.
We need to get him
Can't.
back.
We can't take him into a vault.
I mean, you could.
No.
It's not right.
We can't really afford to spend 2 days travelling back to Colville.
Why not?
I know we're already on a very limited.
How long do we have left for the vault, roughly, do we think?
About a week, maybe.
We don't know how long we're going to be
Don't
in
know.
there.
Like,
or
Rowan didn't have a precise amount of time. He was like, it's kind of, I think it's about this. But
Would
it
you-
could be anywhere between
I'm-
like a week,
Would
2,
you
3
risk
days.
sending Percival into the vault?
Not right now, no. Percival is very weak, as am I. I think I can go with Percival back to Colville, take Pascal, and the rest of you can go into the vault if you wish. If time is that pressing.
I think we need all of
Split
us.
the party.
I think we need all of us. I think we all need to rest.
But we don't have time. Pascal does not have time. He needs to return to Colville now.
You will need to take a long rest on your way back to
Yeah.
Colville anyway. So you will be able to long rest sort of
Yeah.
out in the woods. But it's just whether or not you do. It will take you 2 days to go back to Colville to drop off Pascal. Likely, I will tell you this, it is very likely that either Magathera or you remember that Osa's grandfather is a priest. They will probably have a spell that removes curses, the remove curse spell. It's likely they will have that. You don't know, but it's likely. So they will probably be able to help Pascal.
We can at least
Whether or not you want to risk that time, is
we can
up
at
to
least drop him off and then immediately go after because we'll be resting on the way, but we can't take him with us and he can't get back on his own.
So I can take him back.
You would hear in your voice, Daisy, like, "You are right, little one. Gruff is correct. It would not be right to leave this poor man here."
I think we should, because the lights come close to the town anyway. You saw them. Because you woke us up. All of us. Very loud.
How far was our journey from Ashen's Rest?
That was another 3 days on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1.
It's about 3 days.
It's about 5 days away from where we are now.
Yes.
Probably more because of the forest.
If we set out, go as far as we can, take a long rest somewhere today, take a nice little nappy nap, take Pascal back, and then we can, the soonest nightfall, we can follow the nearest lights. They come right up to the town.
I agree with Daisy. I am not leaving this man to die.
He won't get back on his own. And I feel like we might need Ophelia and her skills when we go into the vault as well. I don't think anyone should. Xanthias, what are you doing?
Xanthias, when I met you on the road, would you have liked it if I'd left you in your condition?
He's got you there, pal. He's got you there.
Xanthias needs a proto-magi vault.
Yeah, listen. I'm neutral pie in all this. You two guys, you tell me when you've made a decision what you want to do. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna just get myself comfy.
I agree we should help this person. But we don't know how much time we have. If we don't find this thing, it might close up on us and disappear. And who knows how long until we find the next one.
I am not putting the life of a vulnerable man over a proto-magi vault.
We have saved him. He is
haven't.
safe.
If we leave him here now, he will die from exposure.
Or the lights, or the beast.
If I don't find a proto-magi vault, I will die.
Then you can go find it on your own.
Then I will. I will find this vault, and I will let you know. What's the range on your magic voice head thing?
A mile.
A mile, which is not a lot of time. I need to find this vault. And I agree, if you need to help this person, you can take him back. I will find the vault, and I will find a way to communicate with you.
We can still find the vault
can still
within
find
the
it.
time of taking him back.
We don't know that. You don't know that. Rowan doesn't know that, and he did all the research.
Rowan, what do you think?
I think you're being very silly, Xanthias.
If it closes, and we've missed our opportunity, what then?
We
There'll
find
be
another one.
Will there?
Yes.
Yes.
Just because we happened to find one that flew over in a once-in-a-lifetime moment,
Well, Rowan managed to find this one. We didn't know about it.
where's the third? Where's the fourth? Where's the other hundreds that we should have encountered in our lifetimes already? If they're so common, they're not.
Here, I will say this. Finding a vault is very rare, especially an unexplored one. It is very unlikely that this will happen again.
Then we split up.
If I'm going on my own, I'm going on my own. I need to find this vault. I like I said, I can try to find a way to communicate with you, but if no one's coming with me, I'm not going back to Colville. I'm too far into this forest now.
Xanthias, that is the silly bit. You do not go alone.
We can keep him safe as best we can.
He has a curse, Xanthias. He can't be safe, regardless of what we do.
And he needs food and water. He will die regardless.
And we'll find food and water on the road.
We don't know that. We don't know if we'll run out or if we have enough. He needs to go back to Colville, where healing, shelter, and food is guaranteed.
I say we go now. We start walking. We get as far as we can tonight before we need to rest. If we find someone on the road from Colville, we can send them back with him, and then we can immediately go. But we all need to rest, and he needs to get back, and we can't desert him. I refuse to do that. I won't do it. But we will find the vault immediately after that.
You don't know it's closer to the Gallowack than it is Colville.
The Gallowack turned out to be just the Gallowack.
You could be running up these forests for no reason and further from the entrance.
I guarantee you, Xanthias, if we go back to Colville, you will see the coloured lights immediately that same evening we get there.
The charred trees, we're seeing them in this area, right?
You saw them the whole
Whole
you
journey.
saw them sporadically throughout the journey.
If I was to delve into my memories, in the journey up from the south, did I see these charred sort of trees?
As in when you're coming from Ashen's
Yeah.
Rest? No. You only started seeing them once you left Colville, because you're only looking for them at that point. You don't remember seeing anything.
You were
like that.
looking from the ones that you saw.
Yeah, I just like,
Yeah.
if it was just like, what's that thing I've already seen before? There are indications that, as best as I can tell, the vault is this side of Colville at the very least. I don't know if it's closer to Colville, I don't know if it's further out. But we are on the right track. We're clearly getting closer to something with the creatures we've encountered. This prism seems to be of the same origin. We are close to it now. I just know we are this close to discovering it. I just do not want to miss that opportunity.
They had multiple sightings of lights in Colville. We saw it on our first night there.
It's where the most people are. It's where they'll try and, whatever it is, will try and lure people. So we follow it as soon as it appears.
You might even see coloured lights before you reach Colville.
That's the hope.
It was under Colville the whole time. Why do I keep speaking like Rowan?
Xanthias, what if we go back to Colville now? We start the journey. We look for the tracks of the lights.
Either way, we're waiting until the night until we can see these lights again anyway. Unless this prism is going to do something special all of a sudden.
We might as well start going backwards now.
Okay.
If time is, exactly. If time is against us, why are we not moving? I'm moving! I'm going to start walking.
You guys begin the journey heading back to Colville. You travel for the remainder of today, making good progress, making your way through the ancient woodlands. Careful. Ophelia, perhaps Rowan eventually taking over, helping to carry Pascal. He will eventually just start following you. So you can put him down and not have to carry him. As long as somebody's like holding his hand or pulling him, he will just walk. He almost acts automatically, but always trying to like either on himself or on some service draw this symbol. When night falls, you all begin to make camp. What is everyone doing?
I'd like to...
I will... Sorry.
Go on, you go ahead.
I'll go big.
Just go big. Sure. Rowan becomes...
How long does that last for?
An hour. If anyone needs me to help set up a tent or something, I'm bigger for it.
Yeah. It helps easily clear away brush, make a nice, easy campsite. I would say it definitely
The tent
helps.
pegs you just a finger into the ground. There you go.
Remember, a lot of the tents and stuff you had to leave behind because they were with the wagon on Rodri, so you're kind of like sleeping it a bit rough right now. But with Rowan...
Oh, that was the other thing. I was thinking the cave.
I've got advantage on strength as well, so if I need to like pull like thicker trees or something, like pull them together with some twine and make like an arch.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can easily help.
Middle
Like,
of the night.
I'd say
Improvise.
like, Rowan helps with his giant form, helps set the camp. What about Gruff? And also, like, what are you doing, like, you know, when it comes to camp time? Like, are you guys setting a watch? You guys, what are you doing?
Gruff is rough.
I'm pretty fresh, I think.
Gruff needs to rest.
While Bigley, I've got bigger eyes so I can see more.
Okay.
Stop looking at us with the eyes, Rowan. It's weird.
I see so much. She doesn't feel different.
Sister Ophelia, do you need something of me this evening?
No.
Shall I keep watch?
You need to get some rest. Well, I don't know if rest will help you.
Oh, my bones will regenerate some of their energy
Okay.
throughout the night, but I do not need to sleep.
Okay, well, you get some rest anyway. Let your body heal.
Yes.
I suppose I'd better try and do the
You
same.
need rest, my sister. Yes, of course, my lady.
Yes. Yes, okay. Yes, I will settle down for some rest.
Very good.
Thank you.
I think we're all a bit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're all like, yeah, but like any
I
special
think
preparations?
now that I'm, I guess now that the sun is sort of setting and the darkness is sort of setting in a little bit more, I will spend some time pondering the orb. So I want to try and understand if something new happens with this thing now that the darkness is coming in. But I don't imagine much happens. But otherwise, I'm looking out for these lights.
Sure. Okay. Gruff and Daisy, anything?
I'm gonna rest. I'm
Rest?
not because
Yeah, you need sleep.
if you're awake and
Percival can keep
Rowan
watch.
is watching as well, like I think as many of us resting as possible is probably a good idea.
Percy, if... Just whispers to Percy. If Xanthias does anything, tries to leave, wake me up.
Very well, sister.
I have a feeling, you know.
Very well.
Thank you.
How does that work for Seren as well? Like, does Seren need to sleep?
As a magical familiar, I believe they would still need sleep. They don't have a trait, unlike a skeleton who does, can just stay awake. Seren does sleep. But you could be like, hey, keep watch. Like, you can have Seren take part watch. It's like an 8-hour long rest, so it's like you're kind of resting for like 10 hours and you can divvy up the watch as you need to. So like normally you have like 2 people take, like you swap it around between people over 2 hours, like in different 2-hour blocks, basically.
Rowan will take first watch.
Okay.
And he will use performance of creation to create an armchair, a rocking chair.
Okay. Nice.
it giant?
Could have made a nice little like lean-to, but no.
It
it's
lasts
like,
3 hours.
okay. There you
So
go.
I know if once I fall out this chair, I've got to sleep now.
Yep. I love it. I love it.
You're using
You've
that
got
as
like
a
an
wall.
alarm on there.
Timer.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like to think that you make it when you're
Big.
big Rowan, and then after an hour you just go,
I'm tiny Rowan in a
In a
massive chair.
massive rocking chair.
I can't get down.
I have to wait for it to stop.
Gruff is long resting, but you want Seren to take some watch?
Yeah, and same thing. Just like I'd telepathically ask her to wake me up if anyone's being sneaky.
Okay. In that case, I would like Xanthius to make a perception check, because he specified he was on the
Yeah.
lookout for something.
Watch this drive.
Well, Tom.
Yes.
He's like,
There's one fate left.
Use it.
I mean, is it now dark?
Yeah.
Then yes, I'll use it.
wow,
Yes!
that added 1.
15 down to 13.
13.
God, I
Nice.
forgot about your perception.
You are studying this crystal. And, you know, part of your watch, Percival is still up, his glowing eyes still there.
Is he just glaring at Xanthius?
Yeah, he's kind of keeping watch. Rowan is, you've passed, you know, you've gone on to sleep. But Xanthius, you've been kind of keeping yourself awake, looking for these things. And you don't notice it until it is nearly upon the camp. As one of these lights comes into view, and it comes within the sort of circle of cleared area and stops. And although it doesn't have like a particular face, you get the sense that it's turning and it begins looking at the camp. You are awake. It does not seem to register Percival. Percival looks to you, looks down to Sister Ophelia. But you haven't tried to leave yet, so it does not wake Sister Ophelia. But it's almost like starts putting his hand towards the weapon, like, do I need to, like, fight this thing?
I mean, I'm like just... Are you awake as well, Rowan? No, you're not.
You and Percival at the moment.
I am just
down.
like looking up at this thing, just casting this light.
So it's like flashing, it's like green, red, orange, yellow, blue, purple. Wow, 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 wow. Can you make a charisma saving throw?
Get possessed.
Sorry, wisdom saving throw.
You joking?
Nope.
Wisdom.
Yeah, you took a big hit, didn't you?
Mental control. It's possessing.
I have -2.
Uh-oh.
I was wondering what the little smile was for.
Fate's gone.
Ooh, what a tasty treat for old Mark.
You up like a kipper, he did.
Watch this, Jeff.
I would like to use my card that I got from the tower. I am re-rolling all
Everyone,
the fate.
we all re-roll it. Yeah. So can everyone roll a d6
Oh
for
my
me?
god, this
Yeah,
boy.
you picked it, man. Like absolutely.
1.
I rolled a 3, a 1,
6.
6,
Okay, so
5.
you get some.
5. That's another one for you.
5.
Another one for you guys.
And a 5 from me.
I flipped the board.
Hey, listen, I love it.
I'd like to add fate to this, please.
Yes.
Nice.
I guess that's burnt now, right? Like, I want fate to look kindly upon me as I'm, like, being lit in this sort of... It's like the cover art to, like, Close Encounters.
I was like a Mr. Bean.
When he just gets splat, like
Watch this drive.
A -2.
That's
It's
not
9,
great.
so 7 currently, and my fate 11. So still probably.
This thing looks at Xanthius, this coloured ball of light, and then in a rush, it flies into your body.
Oh shit.
You lose control of your body, Xanthius. You are conscious. You can't speak. You can't do anything as you are possessed.
Am I still holding on to the orb?
You are holding on to the thing that you were pondering.
Yeah.
And you stand up and you begin to leave the camp. You walk away. Percival immediately is like, Sister Ophelia, and Saren wakes you up verbally. Xanthius, something has happened to Master Xanthius. A light came and it flew inside him, and now he is leaving. He left that way.
Oh, he's been possessed.
It's like,
You said it as if it was so inevitable.
It was always going to be him, wasn't it?
It was.
It always. As soon as I heard that folklore, I knew. Xanthius.
with that, that is where we end today's episode. It is a little shorter episode today because we had to start a little bit later.
Yes.
For something because unfortunately this was a pre-recorded episode.
You got.
But we got. So it is a shorter episode this week. I'm so sorry, everybody, but just because we had some technical issues we had to fix. But yes, that is going to be it for today's episode with Xanthius.
Very cool.
Feeling your body completely out of control, just walking.
Just gone.
Out away from this camp, heading east. Away from Colville, heading further east, away from Colville.
I'm glad.
Now we have
Because otherwise.
Take my body.
Just let him go.
I am a willing vessel.
We'll find out what you choose to do next week. There might also be a way that you can get him out of this or do something, but yeah, for now.
Just let him
just leave it.
see where he ends
Hey,
up.
I'll find the vault eventually.
We should have put a kid leash on you, like one of those little harnesses.
But yeah. With that, that is where we're going to end today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We will see you next time. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye now. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. Very quick little message at the end because, as we said, this was a pre-recorded episode. We've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so we did have to pre-record this one, and we were a little late in starting because we had some tech issues we had to fix.
Yeah.
So no donations will be read out. What we'll do is we're going to save them all up, and for the next live episode, we will go through and read everything through on the next live
2
episode.
times speed.
Yeah, we're going to do it all in 2 times speed.
Also, watch this.
He's just going to eat
That's
that
a
whole
whole
baby
baby
bell. That's not a big
That's not the worst. That's not a. What was it?
Get me a big
Pie.
cheese.
I've seen you take bigger.
But that is it. Great. Well done. Great job. Excellent episode. I hope you all enjoyed that one. I hope you.
That was great.
Oh, what a little creepy guy, huh? What a little creepy guy.
Love it.
But yes,
Sorry, it was a
we
shorter
will-
one.
Yeah, sorry for the short one, but we will be back with hopefully a full-length episode next time, providing tech issues get resolved. So we will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye. We
Love
love
you,
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.